morning. And like we said, we'll be diving into a wide range of issues, beginning with this situation about the rice. Uh, the government of Liberia, there was this news yesterday that things have been settled between the rice importers and the government. That's what I understood. There will be no increment on the price of rice. There will be absolutely no increment on the price of rice. So that news is welcoming, and we just want to appreciate this government to
I think
do the
with that, I had time to
yeah.
understand this thing differently.
Mm,
What I want to be sure is that it is possible conversation is going on
mm,
that the president's disapproval is guaranteed on the basis that the procedures, the means through which the commerce minister at the time announced that increasing the price of rice was not the way it's supposed to be at the time.
mm,
So because of that, he disapproved. He took an objection and an objection to that.
mm,
So what happening now is that it's not that the government have unanimously, or the government have decided not to listen to the demands of the importers. But what is being done is that we were maintaining the process where, like, you listen to the I'm saying, like, you if you read through the release from the Ministry of Commerce, the latest one,
mhm,
they said that there are still consultations on the way. So I think during the meeting at the executive mansion, one of the things the president stressed on was a misstep
mm,
and the frequent, I'm saying, the disregard of his office by the commerce minister. That when discussions of such come up, because it deals with national security as well.
mhm,
So you have to consult the president, or perhaps the economy advisor to the president. He then all brief the president and the commerce minister, the economy advisor, and the president. They both sit on the round table
mm,
and discuss and see, and weigh the demands of the importers and think about how is it and how it reconciles with the over 5.2 million people. And when that discussion is being held and a logical conclusion is reached, then it is on that basis, or at that time now, the government will come up with a justifiable reason as to why the price will increase or will not increase. Because that step was now taken,
mm.
and that's why the president had to use his authority as the first citizen and said no to this thing. We will maintain this price until further notice. So I think the further notice there is what the Ministry of Commerce came up with and said that there is no increase in the price of rice. But Buckeye, before we transition to the core segment, that because this morning, like you place it,
Mhm.
we want to take calls exclusively. Just tell the location from where
And how much is
your last
yeah.
interaction, how much rice price, rice or sold for in your community, or perhaps last time you bought a bag of rice,
Mhm,
how much you bought it. But I want to speak to this issue quickly. That Dokupo,
mm,
Dokupo, who is the Inspector General of Commerce,
mhm,
you see, at times people have the power to do certain things.
mhm,
It doesn't mean that you will have this done at the detriment of the same very people of which you were put in a possession in a position to protect.
yeah.
As a commerce inspector, your job is to oversee the day-to-day activities.
Mm.
I'm not coming through.
Yeah, good. Go ahead.
Okay, so your job is to oversee the day-to-day activities, ensuring that business people be in compliance
Mm.
with what the Ministry of Commerce and Industry has said. Now, if this is the conversation, and this is where we base our argument, a character like Doc Cooper,
Mm.
serving as Inspector General, coming out and say that the ministry will go after business people, will arrest and will confiscate the goods of business people
Yeah.
in an even where there is an increment in the price of rice.
Mhm,
You see, we understand the president has given a very direct mandate that there should be no increment in the price of rice.
mhm,
But again, the president himself failing to understand that his commerce minister has already sent out a conversation to the business community giving them a direct instruction to have the price of rent increase as of Tuesday, which was which was May 21.
Yeah, by $1.50.
By $1.50. That the commerce minister, having enjoying the confidence of the president, informed Liberians and the business community that there should be $1.50 increase in the price of rice.
Yeah.
Minister Ahmed Modai talked to the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, the official mouthpiece of the government, the official entity responsible to propagate the message of the government. Used that medium and informed and gave the business people direct instruction that go out there, increase the price of rice by $1.50.
Yeah.
If his boss has taken objection, Inspector General Dor Cooper, I think as a leader, you should be thinking about selling a conversation to business people that will understand. This is not about being forceful, like the way you think, but then you're superintendent in Nima County, you work out some money and walk to people's store and take decisions. This is not it. This is national government. When your boss, Ahmed Modai, has given the business people a direct instruction, and his boss come out and say, Ahmed, this is not it. And Ahmed now is communicating what his boss has said to you as Inspector General, and you want to kickstart a nationwide, inspection.
Yeah,
it is important now you understand from where the business people took why the business people move on to have the rice price increase. So this is not something that you set at comfort of your home, and take to the media and say you go after, you confiscate business people goods because the people increase the price of rice. The business people in the country work on some money just to increase the price of rice.
No,
it was your boss, Ahmed Modai, that gave them direct instruction to do so. So if your boss is coming back and say we should not do it, then it should be a conversation that people were buying. And now you is that authoritative or that that way you come out very authoritative. And you think that you just come out with some money and say we start a nationwide, inspection and will be arresting people goods in this country. You think that's the way you're going to do it to be fearful? The way you do it is that prior to your boss coming out with this thing, he should have consulted you as well. And two of you sit on the table and have a discussion. Then like that, he empowers you. Now when your boss go out and talk to the media and say things in the absence or without the acquiescence of his boss as well, the president, and because he's being pressured, then you want to transfer that pressure to the business people. Listen, for this government to prosper, it is dependent solely on the business community as well. Every given country, the business community plays a very important role. So that's why government deals with business situation from a very, very holistic,
especially commodity
rice from a very
Yeah.
holistic point. That's exactly why your commerce minister should have understood. We follow. We know the situation about rice in this country, but then it was just a conversation that the government thought to initiate at the time that we will have rice price increase in this country.
Yeah.
And we knew what happened. Today, Ahmed Modai came out and said we'll increase the price of rice as of
Tuesday.
And he said it took as of Tuesday, it will take immediate effect.
Yeah.
And
Without consulting his boss.
afterwards, jeopardizing and placing the government in the hands of the opposition to be dished out, with broom straw, right? Then afterwards, when the president have considered that this is detrimental and it is not in my interest as a president as well. When the president has to prevail on the commerce minister, listen, the first thing is that the commerce minister should have been made, President Bogga, listen, the commerce minister should have been made to go at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism and appeal to the Liberian people. And to the business community.
There's no business as usual.
Because he brought this upon the president.
Yeah.
He brought it because for one end, one will simply say that this is a matter have come from the business community. So anything that the business community will say that is also beneficial to him, because you can't rule out now. There are possibilities as well that Emma may be involved into other things as well. So like that, you want to say at that moment, Emma will be reconciling. That's why he went on and took the decision effectively, immediately, without consulting his boss.
Yeah, but we are also hearing that Mr. Modai, one way or the other, informed the president before coming out with such decision, because that's what we are hearing though. But from a reliable source, Mr. Modai, I think he acted single-handedly. I think he feels that it was the Liberian people
or he was doing the best thing in the interest of the Liberian people, forgetting to know that he was disrespecting the office of the president. Disrespecting the office of the president. And to let you know,
let's get a few things straight. I don't get it when you say he was thinking the interest of the Liberia. How will you have you contemplate on increasing a specific commodity, then you say it's done in the interest of the people? No, it's done to satisfy. It is done to satisfy and profiteer, the importers, the business. I'm saying the importers at the detriment of the people.
Probably you're thinking when the importers,
once there's an increment, the increment is not reflective. I mean, for the lives of the people, it goes towards the businessman. So it is not in any way the interest of the people.
Probably he was thinking that, if I sit quietly and not do something about this particular rice issue, the business or the importers could come up with a decision to say, let's fast to our goods, or let's not sell for this period of time. So that's probably, like I said, that's probably what he was thinking about. But to be real, he was wrong in certain instances towards this particular rights issue. And like we said here, once you as a government official, you go wrong, we'll let you know that, Mr. X or Director X, Minister X, you was wrong in this particular case. And that's how we say, Mr. Muda, you should man up. You should man up to tell the Liberian people. Now, the last time it was on Tuesday, it was on Monday, you hosted a press conference and said Tuesday there'll be a $1.50 increment in the price of rice. Then on Wednesday, it was on the same Tuesday that the president and rice importers had a meeting, and the president was totally angry. Harris, reliable source, the president was angry to the extent that he yelled in the meeting. The first time for you to see Ambassador Boakai getting so angry and walk out of a meeting. Yes, that was the first time he walked out of the meeting. So I think that was a total disrespect to his office. That's what got him mad.
Then, Boakai, you still say that Ahmed was right in that way and wrong. I'm saying in the interest of the people. I told you that Ahmed Moda, this thing will have a cost pay in spay. This thing is not about sugarcoating anything. Ahmed Moda was totally out of order. Ahmed Moda acted at his own will. I'm saying being disrespectful to the office of the president. Boakai, I had a time, and I want some of you to correct me. During the administration of President Doe, I had a time to read, and because they sent the issue of Ahmed Moda, I took huge interest in it. So I had a very elderly man in my community. So two of us are sharing conversation. There was a guy, but then during the Doe's administration called Francis Kelby. One of the names I'm still trying. I need to be exact on his last name, but his name was Francis Kelby. He was one of the ministers in Doe government at the time. Ministers. That's okay. He was the superintendent or city mayor of Margibi at the time. Boakai, if you follow up, the man went out in Margibi back then and went out and imposed and demolished the market structures of the people. At that time, he said the government needed to pave, to open the center, the open Kakata and everything. So business people out there also. He went on and demolished that place. So when President Doe had the time to visit Margibi, he went on and group people, his supporters and everything, and said, "You'll come out, the president here, you'll kind of cheer me up." So President Doe went on because the president had received the information. He went on that they may act unilaterally without even consulting, a central government, so as to understand if this was a very good approach for him or not. Because of that, people of Margibi are dissatisfied. So President Doe at the time went there to settle the issue. Boakai history reminded us that when President Doe was there, he asked the people, "Are you satisfied with, Francis?" And everyone said yes, because he had a cherry squad. So the president, okay, no problem. He came on the table. The president invited him on stage. He joined the president on the stage. So when the president gave him a speech, the president said, "The marketplace has been demolished. I'm receiving information. How are you feeling and the people we're not happy. We're not happy because why I made different views are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how immediately on the same spot, they'll call him on stage and dismiss him immediately on that place and told him to leave the stage. Because his action will have caused the government a lot of problem in that part of the country. This is the same happening with Ahmed Modah. Listen, if President Biden now at this early stage, right, cannot, dismiss Ahmed, because maybe there'll still be room for improvement, but I think there are some stringent measures need to be taken. The same way the guy at the FIU, when that situation came on, the president most of the courage and suspended him.
Yeah.
The same way those occupying tenant positions at the LTA, when there's a situation of financial misappropriation, the president can take on initiative to have them suspended. It is similar with the action of Ahmed Modah. You know why? Ahmed Modah's situation is even more dangerous than those that have misappropriated funds, because the misappropriation of funds will affect a specific sector of the country. But the issue about Ahmed Modah pronouncement, it covers the entire country. So Ahmed Modah, action has a greater responsibility, greater effect on the president as compared to those, in different sectors. So like that, then you come out, you have an inspector general in Doak Copper, think that he was sitting and just call on the radio and say, we'll kick out nationwide, and those are in compliance will confiscate that good. Do you understand what it means? Because of the commerce minister pronouncement on that Monday, it gave the business people the right to rush to stores and purchase the goods even more.
Yeah.
This is about economy. Let's understand it from this point. When the commerce minister is telling us that as of Tuesday, there will be increment in the price of rice. And you know what will happen? The businessman will consider buying a huge quantity at the moment.
Yeah.
Effectively,
Because he need profit,
he
more
will
profit.
rush at the, to the importer and purchase more.
Yeah.
Because there will be an increment in the commodity that will be taking effect the next day, and you don't want to be affected by that.
Yeah.
You will rush at the place. So now you want to profit here. Then you come out and say, okay, fine, let's have a conversation because the president has said this. So now, why it's true that we should say a sense of consciousness to the business community. We cannot do it as if that we know they are wrong altogether, but something that they just woke up one morning and decided to do. If the price of rice was skyrocket in this country, it is because of Ahmed Modah. You Doak Copper to tell your boss man that why it's true that we need to carry on, a nationwide inspection. So as to be in compliance of the president's order, it is important that we have a conversation as well. So since we're thinking about next month to start this thing, let's call all of the business people to an emergency
meeting.
Emergency meeting and tell them that this is it. We're sorry for the loss if there is any. But you can't wake up. When I listened to it, I was discouraged. Buckeye is like, say, okay, beginning tomorrow, everyone on this radio is allowed to bring guests in studio. Then you go on and reach your guests to come on tomorrow. Then in the evening, the same tomorrow, prior to your guest coming, or your guest on his way coming, then Imari Kotu, who's a manager that gave you the order, came out and said, you know why? No guest him again. And effectively, if I not even see the studio, then it becomes a burden on you because this is an order you are acting upon. So even if there's a U-turn, then we should have a conversation on that. Management should be coming by and saying, oh, you know why? We say first, everyone should bring guests. But now, understanding the situation, it's important that no one should bring guests. So I beg anybody having guests, let's talk to the guests to stay. Right?
Yeah.
That's a different conversation for coming and say, you know what? No one should bring guests. Then Doak Copper, I know you have
Harris, from our observation, I think since he got nominated to his post as Inspector General, there haven't been any situation where he can speak out on. So he want to use this opportunity to make the Liberian people know that he's the Inspector General. As the way Josephine, I know Josephine George, I don't know how they call her, Josephine who?
Josephine Francis
was behaving, shopping spree, jumping from one store to another, making it look like she was working. So that's how the Doak Copper want to behave. And like we said, Mr. President, we said on this platform that you came to the Liberian people and told them that the government is not up for business as usual. If they think that they will undermine your administration or make things go wrong in their own interest, kick them out. Don't behave like George Weah that kept people at a position for 6 years. There should be reshuffle. Make people know that, oh, you are not here alone. You are not here alone. Okay, it's Josephine Davis. Josephine Davis, you are not here alone. There are people that are capable of replacing you at any point in time.
Yes.
But if you sit there as a president and look at things sliding and make them feel so complacent that, oh yeah, no matter what it is, I'm closer to the president, or the president is my booty, the president is my X, Y, and Z, forget it. They will override you, Mr. President. And you are here, the Liberian people are depending on you for the change in this country. If your leadership fail, let me not lie to you, Harris. If this particular leadership of President Boakai fail this country, it means that Liberia, that just now will really have something to do with this country, because we believe that Boakai is only going for one term, and in that one term, he's now seeking re-election. So things that are not right, we want him to correct them.
Oh yes,
we are depending solely on this president to do the right thing. People that are not in the interest of the country, take them out. Bring your own people. Bring people that you know that they can work and make things better. If you know that this law is not working for the country, and you as a president, Joseph Nima Boakai, we brought you just for this one term so you to make this work for us. Don't just sit there. When people doing things, you let them go scot-free. No, Mr. President, we as Liberians, we are depending on you. If you let us down, like the way George Weah did, they respected some part of the constitutions, like the way George Weah of some things, he played deaf ear to other things. Mr. Boakai, this is not what we are expecting from you. We are expecting that change that you say you are going to bring.
Oh yes,
we are expecting you to stand up, to man up. You know, the last time when you disagree with the importers, I was so excited because this been business as usual. But now you standing up to the reality and letting them know that no, I will not do this. George Weah was giving them annually $20 million. Then you said
it here the last time, right? I think the conversation before the meeting that Tuesday, we had a show here and we said it. We said it was never a good option. And the president, we were confident that morning that the conversation with the rice importers would turn out to be different than that thing about subsidizing them. We said it here. And some of our folks will call and argue with us. And when the president met with them, the conversation was never about subsidizing. The president said, we can't be giving you a market where you're reaching yourself. We're reducing the tariff on the importation of the commodity as well. Then you can send out also say you won't carry the price up without even consulting, because you believe that you have a possibility and you enjoy the friendship with the commerce minister. So because of that, he will tell you, oh, Mama Jali, our government, right? We'll do it, we'll take action. Listen, for those of you in the Unity Party, this could be a way forward. Listen, the CDC is alive and well. The CDC is alive and well. The mistakes that George Weah made over the last 6 years, George Weah have come to the realization that those mistakes can still be corrected. And the presidency is never, excluding George Weah. There are possibilities, there are likelihood, there is a likelihood that George Weah will resurface. You can't rule that out. But that probability is dependent on the decision of your president, Joseph Newman Boakai. And that's why it is important that when these things come out, you as partisans muster the courage. At this point, President Boakai has nothing to lose.
Absolutely.
A character like President Boakai will be, this is the greatest life has to give him. That serving in all service, serving as minister, moving on to as ambassador, transitioning in the public sector, holding different government positions, coming to become vice president for 12 years, and now having the opportunity to serve the nation's highest seat, the president.
He should know better.
Afterwards, to even be tested again for anything. So President Boakai, as an individual, will be satisfied. Again, what is is that it is also good that after serving all of those positions, when you leave the stage, when you leave the stage, you already have a legacy. You have a foundation, like you said, from the comfort of your home, some days perhaps on earth or in heaven, and say that that's my country. Today, you see Liberians, when people are accountability, it was on our ideas. Today, you see Liberia, that people are transparent in their dealings. It is on our foundation that they stand.
Yeah.
To get that done, you need to be drastic in your approach.
Be the Jerry Rawlings of Liberia.
You need to be strong.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You need to be strong. Listen, what Ahmed did, it is also not excluded of what Geraldine George at the Ministry of Defense could do. It is not also excluded that Abdullah Kamara at the NDA would do. It's not also excluded that what Mo Ali at the Water and Sewer would do.
Yeah.
Because you know why? They see Ahmed Moda have set the stage.
Yeah.
That people would unanimously take decision without your consent, and you do nothing about it.
You did nothing. Absolutely
so
nothing.
There will come a time that those, perhaps the Minister of Defense will want to sit down one day and come out with some other, action,
decision,
that is a decision,
yeah,
without consulting you, without consulting, your office, because she feels down that this is the
moral operandi, yeah,
right. Someone who said, from the comfort of the Ministry of Transport, Salif Tala will say there, maybe one day just come out and take decision without even consulting you. Why it's true that the Constitution, Article 56, provided that they should work at your way and pleasure, which means that everything that will be done, that should be done, and that things that need to be done, Parker will have to, you have to be in the knowing of it. There's someone who say, "Oh, the president." Listen, one of the things that I've had a time to investigate about President Parker is that the character that bat and blow. All of those are how the time to approximate to President Parker. He's that person that looks in your face and tell you that this is it. So all of the areas he served, but yeah, but integrity, and integrity is not a chin that people can hang on at night. Integrity is not, it's not a bracelet that people put on a hand. Integrity is one that you say, "Waka letting to one, we're not doing it."
Yeah,
we're not doing it. You ask me why I say because it's not
in the interest of the Liberian people.
The integrity that people spoke about President Parker months ago is why he demonstrated with the rice importer. It's about me standing for a cause. Integrity is upholding, it's standing for a cause, having a justifiable reason to disagree or agree on principles. And so the president was very emphatic and said, "No, this is not the way we're going." That's the integrity of people speak of. So on the aspect, right, is becoming a leader that the Parker will talk about Jerry Rawlings. It's about taking decisions.
Yeah.
Listen, I remember that. What God? I was sitting in my closet. I was sitting in my room, and I said, how I wish I was the president. I think minister would do that thing. You know why?
And then they
the ministers place. No, it's not about dismissal, right? It's about mandating you to apologize to the people. You know why? Even though you work at my way and pleasure, but you serving the people. That means those are voting me. When the commerce minister has been made to apologize for his unanimous decision that we have plugged this country, that we have brought security implications on this country, that we have placed this country in a position at a greater risk. If Ahmed has been made to apologize, you know what will happen? Then a further clarifies the Waka was never in the know of this thing. But the fact that if Amin Moda will not apologize and nothing has been said about it, then it means that he has instructed the Dokupo not to go, and confiscate and intimidate the business people. Then it tells you that to some extent
the president was aware.
Want to agree that the president was aware.
Yeah,
I want to agree from that perspective that the president was briefed. So Ahmed now is comfortably seated and will listen to this conversation and will tell his driver or someone beside him and say, "But let beginning, I know what I'm saying. You know that here, the president, I told the president about it."
Yeah.
Then it becomes a different conversation. But Bakai, if President Bakai will say, "You know what, Ahmed, they think what you did was absolutely a disservice to my office. And we're thinking that it's not in the interest of the people." And you will go back to that Ministry of Information. You go back to that
apologize.
Apologize.
Yeah. And Harry, just to add up, let me tell the folks within the Unity Party. You guys ran with propaganda all here about the CDC on how they were behaving when they were in power. Oh, CDC was they respecting the law. But now it is happening. You guys need to man up. You guys need to correct the wrongs that you preach about. You know, in this country, what they are observed in this country, everybody singing praise to their own political leader. What am I saying? When it is about Unity Party, you see Unity Partisan coming up defending the Unity Party. When it is about the CDC, you see citizens coming up CDC or Josh Weir. When it's about the ALP, you see them defending
is that Palestinian ALP?
Yeah, all that brand party. It's a party. Mr. Ben-Ayuri. Of Mr. Ben-Ayuri. So of Mr. Ben-Ayuri. The Mr. Kumi's party, I don't call it ANC. You see them defending Liberia until we can change from a lot of things in the country. We will need to stop backing the wrongs. If your political party, if your stand-up bearer of that particular party goes wrong, you as a partisan muster the courage and let that particular political party know. I mean, the political party chairman know that, oh, you're wrong by doing this. Let them know that you are here for a change. So if you guys that are now in position are the Unity Partisans, if you discuss all the wrongs that the citizens were doing when they were in power, and today you guys have started doing a similar thing, remember that we will not sit here and allow that to happen. We will be the one to erect the checkpoint and let you guys know that you once preached against some of these things. You once preached against some of these things, and it is now time for you to make that particular change. The change that you say you're bringing to the Liberian people is now time for you to make that change. But you can't do business as usual. So we'll let you guys know every morning that there is need for you to make that change. Even down to the presidency. Mr. President, we are depending on you. We are depending on you 100% to play that final role to get the country to where it is supposed to be. Don't allow people to override you. No, Mr. President. Don't allow people to take advantage of you. No, because they are your partner. Because they are your partner. No. We should graduate from some of these things. Let the Liberian people know that you are here for the change, Mr. President. Let the Liberian people depend on you. If you leave the presidency, let us say that yes, it was because of President Boakai we are enjoying the particular change now in this country. You should set the example. You should set the ladder that other people should claim right after you. Look, the weird administration. What can we depend on? Where can we point at? Absolutely nothing. Only corruption and bad governance. So if you say you are here to make that change, please do it to your ability that the people will feel the pinch, Mr. President. So we are here this morning to caution you. We are not here to badmouth anything. We are not here to badmouth the administration, but we are letting you know that you need to do the rightful thing. When any official of the government go wrong, take actions. Take actions. It shouldn't be like George Weah, that he befriended everybody in his government up until the brother was unable to do reshuffle. 6 years there was no reshuffle in President George Weah government.
Oh yes.
And it shouldn't be like that in Boakai administration.
Oh yes, 6 years and no reshuffle because everyone felt that the presidency, George Weah only president, but everyone, all of them had equal right to the presidency. So like that, the 6 year period, George Weah was unable to take any decision unless the decision will be reflective of the same very person telling him that this is what to do. But we trust in that President Boakai, the conversation, as some of you said, is too early
Mhm.
to do this thing. Saying that Ahmed Muda should be dismissed right now.
No.
For me, my view has been that Ahmed must have the courage and apologize to the people. That this all come out. Ahmed should have an elaborate media engagement where he could further explain Liberia what he did at the time when he said that this is where we are as a country. For that, it is easier to be done, and that will exonerate the president or Bwaka from this thing. Because if you keep the conversation this way,
Mm.
how can a United Party partisan defend the president on this? 3 months just in power, 3 months, and we're seeing a rapid increment in the price of rice.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to say that President Barker increased the price of rice, and a United Party partisan say no, it's not a president, how can we justify this? When a commerce minister hasn't told that the conversation was along with the president, or perhaps it was a decision that he took having considered the economic implications and the global crisis surrounding the commodity. So a Barker situation like that, you cannot exclude the president from the conversation.
Mhm.
And it's safe to say that the president was in the knowing of this thing. But one will make that conclusion.
Yeah, but if it were me, I mean Muda, I will come out to the press. I would let the people know that the president was aware. Bro, my man, it's better you take your job than my character. That's why I can always tell people my character matters a lot.
Oh
The
yeah.
character, it matters a lot. If I was Muda and I know that the president is aware of what the decision I made, I will let the Liberian people know. If there will be action taken against me, let them take it.
You want to make me dismissed? Like
I mean, what do you mean by dismiss? It means that I mean Muda will die. I want to dismiss him.
You want me to be
No, my man, you're stand up for character. I'm not allowed to you. You have to stand up for it. Tomorrow, people will know. People will say yes.
People only stand up for character if you have one, though.
No, man.
Let's
Let's call because 8 o'clock we'll be having our guests here.
So the morning, just call, tell us from your location the price of rice. The last time you ever purchased rice, how much the 25 kg bale was sold for. We want to know.
Yeah, but and you can make your you can also have your say on the conversation this morning. So for the phone lines are now open 0778 665 699 0778 665 699 or 0880 56 1644 0880 561 644. Keep your calls coming this morning. Let's take our first caller here. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Oh, I think the tech guy would need to come in here. I'm not getting the callers again. 077. Okay, let's take somebody from this other angle here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, Nimo, joining us from?
I'm Pastor Godfrey Greatness Johnson, and I call from Komika Total Community.
Welcome, my brother.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your topic on a discussion. Well, I'm a tough talker, right? But I'm a silent listener. I just don't call on radio like that. But this have gotten to my attention so much until I'm constrained to call. The Liberian people voted President Boy on the basis and his platform of rescue. And I do not think that what we are foreseeing is good for the betterment of our country. You can't use us at the detriment of ourselves. We took President Weah from there and placed you there because we felt you were competent, you were qualified, you carry all the characteristics and the attributes of a true leader. Having spent 40 some years in power or 20 some years in power, we felt that President Boycott would have been our Jesus Christ. On the contrary, no business as usual has turned to business as usual and a common phenomenon. Hear me out. I speak without fear of favor. I'm a silent listener. I've been monitoring it for long, but I'm a silent listener. Hear me? What took our country to the rest riot is what they are bringing out now. Liberia don't need to be importing rice from India, baby India. While Liberia, yeah, our country, we are underdeveloped. As I speak to you now, I'm sitting in my room, it's raining. Where do you even get the first food from? I don't know. I'm only trusting in God.
All right.
Are you telling me? Can you go and no, please allow me to learn, sir. I was soon end. Then you go and take rice. Rice now is about 4,000 plus. Yeah, I just asked for rice now. People buying rice $3,800, $3,000, so 4,000, 4,100.
Right.
So tell me, see something. Liberia, you don't play with our food. Two things, light, raw, water, our food.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's take other people on the line. Good morning.
So it's 4,000 Ominga.
Yeah. Sorry. He was calling from Magibi. I don't know. That line is very, very low this morning. We're still taking your calls this morning. Let's take another person. Good morning.
Hello.
Wow. I don't know.
Hello.
Yeah. Good morning. Welcome. Your name is joining us from?
My name is Bob. You calling you from the Real Life Girl.
Okay, I am, my brother.
Yeah. Yesterday, rest was sold at 3,800 in Real Life, which our business was sold yesterday. But the issue about rice in Liberia, they have been memorial issues that we always suffer from. So the government need to work on modality and see how best they can really work if they want to succeed as a government district for the second term also.
Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, go ahead. You finished?
Yeah, I'm true.
Sorry about that. We're still taking your calls on the line 077 077 8685 699 077 8685 699. Keep your calls coming in this morning. You'll be live with us on a Punch Breakfast Show, or you can call on 0880 561 644 0880 561 644, and you'll be live with us this on the show. So we are talking about the issue about rice price in Liberia. Let's go to the phone line and take this person. Good morning. Okay, we just missed up on our call. Sorry about that. We still take your calls. Keep them coming in, and you will be live with us this morning on the PBS. That's the Punch Breakfast Show. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, your name is joining us.
I'm joining you from Jacobstown, temporary resident. I'm Steve Gagana Steve.
Okay, go ahead.
My brother, you see, thank you firstly for the topic on the discussion this morning. The issue about rice in our country has become something of major concern. Firstly, let me say this to all oppositions, right? Most especially from the angle of the CDC. If we can recall, there were times during the administration of President Weah, former President Weah, there was scarcity in the commodity in our economy, and that scarcity created massive inflation. I think that was even more detrimental to Liberians than a case of worker today that they try to politicize, whereas rents are in surplus, but there is inflation. I think continuously this continue to expose the weakness of our economy, most especially with the sector of agriculture. For me, if I was to be asked as to what the Ministry of Agriculture should exist in our governmental cycle, I don't see it necessary. Because there is no impact the Ministry of Agriculture have been making, and even thinking of making, but yet still budgets are always allotted for them annually. I don't see it necessary, sincerely. So the thing is, currently at the Jukatan Euro residence, $3,800. which is equivalent to $20 United dollar at a rate of 90. And so, worker and that of Ahmad Muda, the former minister with that of agriculture, I think they are working on things. Liberian, you just have to put on and see how well we pray that the Ministry of Agriculture be strengthened and then we invest into agriculture that we'll be able to do our own productivity.
Okay, thank you so much. They are working on things. That's according to him. We're still taking your calls this morning. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, your name is joining us from.
My name is Patricia Williams calling from Tonkotan.
Welcome, Patricia. Welcome.
Thank you. Of me, I'm committed now with buying Beko Rest, they 25 kg bet, 4,000 TV tested for 1 kg bet. And the one that very possible in the country that make me to lose all confidence in this government. That I'm not working, I can say Boulevard Junction. And then President Blanca post stop the odds from selling to Boulevard Junction. And they said that motorcyclists should get off the road. And then personally, you can see people riding back all around. But when you reach on this Tonkotan drive here, you don't see motorbike. I got TV children that sending to school and my husband riding back. But nothing at all. My market, everything, they carry all. And my husband motorbike, they carry it. And now my TV children, due to our balance school fees, they say to you, I really lose all confidence in this government.
All right, thank you so much, Ma. We're still taking your calls, but that you know, we are all calling for change. So if we sit there and just say, oh, because we voted the government, so everything should be bread and butter, it means that we don't want to change that we keep asking for. So some things will happen. It may not go in your favor, but you have to accept it. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name is joining us.
My name is Benedict Smith, the third of the Concerned Motorcycle Cases Group. I am the cyclist.
Welcome.
I want to say very much for the topic of the discussion. I have to deal with the rights issue. For you guys' explanation, I got to understand that the president Joseph Imambuaga, he was angry with the rare importer. I believe that the first person you have to be angry with is Amin Mullah, because all of the prices that are going on today, Amin Mullah, he is the cause of it. He's supposed to consult the president before coming up with.
I think he was angry with Amin Mullah. That's why he was not angry with the people. Angry with the action Amin Mullah took single-handedly.
Yeah, as a leader, when you are angry, people should see the action. But now Amin Mullah is supposed to be suspended. Or
Sure.
supposed to be dismissed. Then all of the importer would know that you are serious on this issue. But Amin Mullah is still enjoying his office. So being angry is that we are seeing no action at all on that. So Amin Mullah is the cause of the red press increasing all over this country. Even those that, even all of people that bought a red cheap. After the whole Amin Mullah saying that red spread are going to go up, they decided to get that red spread up. And personally, in the zero community, they say red 4,000 plus in Monserrado County. They have outside of Monserrado County. And now, and then lastly, when I saw the government issue the statement that people should not increase red price, and we're going to set up the security up to now. There is no security at all. We believe that it was bad issue, it was a motorbike issue, that they put all around suppressing people. And if government are seriously focusing on no-go zone, then the commodity that people are using, then the commodity, the prices of commodity are increasing, government pay attention to it. But we are looking for our lay ends meet to survive, and we the one that are really suppressing it. Without the reasons we voted this government. We voted this government for change. We voted the government for the improvement of the common people life. For the people that are allowed to higher position, that they were enjoying more than the common people.
All right.
How will you arrest someone by internet to pay $50 US, or by it will go insure the bar for $250 US? It's not good for our country. So I say thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. We're still taking your calls on 0778 665 699 0778 665 699 or 0880 561 644 0880 561 644. Keep your calls coming in, and you will be live with us this morning on the Punch Breakfast Show. Let's take another person on this line here quickly. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name is
My
joining
name
us from?
My name is Benedict Kaga, calling from Congo Town.
Okay, welcome, Benedict.
Yeah, the issue of the rest in our country now, when red price go up, you will see that all potato green red price will go up, fufu price will go up. So the president had to come around and then look into this. He the one appointed the former minister. So if the former minister coming up to say any other thing, then other citizens will agree that yes, indeed, it is he the one that do it. So he said how to come on board and then the rest importer so that everything can be compromised. So if red price go up, then which means everything in Liberia now president about to go up. So let the president intervene now so that things cannot go astray.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let's take another person on this line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay.
Yeah, Pierre calling from Pinksville.
All right. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, my man, the issue about the rest crisis that is taking in Liberia, I don't think we should blame this government. It is a long-term age problem. Now, I heard you guys still discussing, but analyzing, why say that Ami Mura came up with such a statement and the president now to maintain Ami Mura. Now, the president has to put in order to cancel Ami Mura and apologize to the public. The only thing Ami Mura should do, say he knew very well he make a mistake, as Liberian we expect to come out to apologize. Because if you don't apologize, basically, you try to expose, you try to bring the government back. Now, it is not only Joseph Yuma Braga having the full responsibility. We appeal as the president for those lawmakers that in the upper or in the lower, let's recommend to the government, to the president, that those that consider that as a legislator, that you see reason when everyone should go back to the source. Because if I go back to the source, definitely the issue about the Indian community, what the president, it will now happen.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much, my brother, for expressing yourself this morning. We are giving you the opportunity 0778 685 699. Let's take another person here quickly. Good morning. Welcome. Your name is joining us from?
Yeah. Good morning, brother. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
Okay. The rest issue with that, we tired with the rest issue. Why would the Liberian we let it rest?
like what? That we let it rest because I was staple food, huh?
I know, but from my background, we can eat rest for 1 year, even 2 years. But you know the problem that coming now, brother? Other places. Just imagine from my community to Red Lake, I used to pay $50. But because of the red press, it go up to $90. Yeah.
No. Let me wait. Let me understand, Sonny. Like the red press made the back press go up to, or the motor car press go up.
When the motor boy put me down, I took $50. He said, "No, you're not giving me $50. You know that press it go up." I said, "What can I press it?" He said, "Red press." I said, "But what red press have to do with
motor bar?"
Yeah, look. If there were that other person going up, we could get here every potato, yam, cassava pieces, and just forget what it read. The Indian people didn't say we're bring the restaurant down.
Okay. All right.
What the other thing that I tried to eat that was affecting people here.
All right. Thank you so much. Not only rest press now, other thing attached to it. The mobile menacing, the more. Let's take this person. Good morning. Okay, we mess up on our call. Keep your calls coming in at 0778 Let's take this person here. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Good morning.
I'm doing pretty well. Your name is joining us from? Hello? Your name, where you calling us from? No, your line just gone low. You say calling from Ghanaville?
Yeah, I'm a patient shop.
Okay, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, no, thank you for the discussion, my brother. But what we are thinking, we are thinking for the president to take decision against that young man. If he don't take decision against the young man, which means he knows something about that. So I'm going to view that.
Okay. Thank you so much. The president should take action. That's according to him. Yep.
And coming up shortly, we will have the Workers' Union of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, NAFA. The workers have issued a vote of no confidence in Emma Glasgow. I'm told there are a lot of damaging revelations at that entity. The way Glasgow has allegedly mismanaged the affairs of NAFA. And so we're going to have them here this morning. That's coming out shortly in 15 seconds from now.
All right, let's take this caller here quickly. Good morning. Welcome, my brother.
Yeah, you see, we voted the government because we wanted to change the bring the way they change the more of what change to us. Because on one side, if you telling us that we should go insure motorbike, like you know that you will continue insuring with motorbike, they did it in Ellington again. They see United Party people. They said we should spray motorbike. For certain times, certain group of people start on the get other money, and I wanted to do all again on a line of insurance. So if they continue to do this or in the country, they will be living in our own country. So that's my point.
So much. Thank you. Let's take Uncle Mark on this line here. Let me try to put you through this line. Good morning, Uncle Mark. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Wagai. Thank you. This is Mike Fire David. It's been a while.
Yeah. It's good to hear you.
Yes, I listened to you this morning. You know, this rights issue in this country it's structurally a leadership problem. We had this thing from trouble time. Every leader comes in, there's always a rights problem. And it's like you move in the house, this house is leaking. You move in the house, the guy was there, the house was leaking, and you come out again, it still leaks. You ask the next owner, and you leave from there, another owner comes again, it still leaks on you. It's a leadership problem. It's just that we less than 5 million persons. Other countries, 36 million, 40 million people, they feed themselves with banana. Okay, you know, I was in Africa for almost 5 years. There are days I went without rice. I just look, people eat just green banana. Uganda eat green banana. And one side of the country eat banana, other side eat corn, maize, they call it maize and white corn. And people living there good. Look at Ghana right here, yam, sour, and plenty. But like, they want to be on rest.
Yeah, but Uncle Mark, not because but rest is our staple food. So that's why you see that's why we see Liberians. Yeah, but you say no, Uncle Mark. You say other people can do it, but other people can do.
And they will not die in this country. When you put the right, I can look. If everybody just a bigger, less small farm, I tell you, the thing is really a problem. And this year, I'm going to make a farm in Bobodu. I already started. I'm going to make a farm right in my home. If I can go Bobodu, I'll go right in Swan and go make a farm.
Wow.
Then, yes. People feeding themselves with just simple things. And Liberian just stupid and lazy. And we can't do nothing. We want to be there. And a leadership problem. If John Wakin is trying to see restaurant, we cost him when. You know, they see restaurant there, everybody cost him here again. And when you leave for there again, my father will come and sit there and be president again, and then they'll cost me also. Leaders will just think outside the box and do just this. That's the simplest thing we can do in this country to feed ourselves. And we say here, if we can even do the right, let's go for Qatar, let's go for plenty. Let's go for all the tubers can all grow here and we will still live. Liberians can forget about the whole rice with it. You importing rice for your Arab country. One didn't bring rice, everybody's for. So what? No rice business, forget the rice. They want queer rice. Just put clippings of plenty in the food and
Okay, thank you so much.
Talk to them.
All right, thank you so much, Uncle Mark Fire Davis. There, Uncle Mark Fire Davis, there, being a part of the conversation this morning. 077 8665 699 077 8665 699 or 0880 561 644 0880 561 644 are the lines that you can call and be a part of for the conversation this morning. We are taking your calls. We're talking about the issue about rice price, in country. So where are you calling us from, and how is the price of rice in your community? What is the price of rice in your community? That's what we are asking you this morning. So some are saying, the issue about rice is something that we as Liberians, we bend on this particular rice issue. Some people say it was the rice issue that brought war in our country. It was this same rice issue that brought X, Y, and Z. So if you as a Liberian now, I listen to my big brother Mark saying that we should some people should eat cassava. That we Liberians, I don't care what we eat every day. You can eat the cassava from now till the next hours. Once you now put rice in your mouth, forget it. Like brother will tell you, say, send the money and eat you. I'm serious. You eat different things throughout the day, but once rice not enter your mouth, forget it. They say, send the money and eat you. That's just us as Liberians. So it's difficult. That's why Liberians, when the issue about rice come up, they can take it so dearly to the heart. Yeah, because they don't want to see or hear about rice increment in the country, because they know that that are staple food. They know that that's their staple food. So we begging this government, if you can do any other thing, please, the issue about rice, do something about it. Do something. At least Liberians can so Liberians can feel happy within themselves. So come here shortly, Harris, will be taking our guest.
Come here shortly, we'll have the workers union from the National Fisheries and Aquaculture. Of standing disagreements with the management and the directorship of Eman Glasgow and the workers of a term we will talk more on that. So all of what you need to know about NAFA, how the institution is running, the proceedings of the institution has been over time. Just be right here with us. Once we are on, once we said we will move shortly into the conversation this morning.
Okay, so it's good to have them already here now. They are seated here in our studio, so we will cross over to them so they can introduce themselves, and after that we kickstart the ballroom. Let me say good morning to my brother on Fire Life. Welcome to the Punch Breakfast Show. Your name? Sorry, I'm not getting that microphone. Yep, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm J. Alexander Mabley, the logistic officer for Liberia and TV Observer Program, and also the public relation officer for the Workers Association of NAFA.
The public relation officer for the Workers Association at NAFA.
Yeah.
Okay. Our other brother there.
By the way, I'm Sonkale Kanu.
Hmm.
I'm the Assistant General Secretary for the Worker Association at NAFA.
Okay, Mr. PRO, how's NAFA?
Yeah, NAFA is dead, but the environment is very toxic, and I think our communication is in the press there. The resolution is in the press that we are no longer in a position to work with Madame Glasgow because of too much dictatorial rules and the disregard for the policy at NAFA and the marginalization and the salary disparity at NAFA and a lot of things, too many things. So on this note, we did our resolution and copy all of the board members that indeed we are no longer willing to work with Madam Emma Glasgow.
How many persons are we talking about here?
So Buakai, I want us to let me read through the communication a bit, then they will set the stage for our conversation this morning. And so I have here, this is a release, a press statement, and it says the NAFA Workers Association reinforces a vote of no confidence in Director General Emma Glasgow. And what this says is that the Workers Association of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority has reinforced its earlier decision expressing a vote of no confidence in the Director Generalship of Madam Emma Metty Glasgow. On May 6, 2024, the association held a press conference at its office in the Bourgeois Island, calling for the removal of Director General Emma Metty Glasgow. A gathering, I don't know why you have to off that phone, it's really distorting.
Yeah.
A gathering which later witnessed disruption by officers of the Liberian National Police on the orders of Madam Glasgow. The decision to express a vote of no confidence arises due to consistent violation of the Human Resource Manual of NAFA, the Fisheries Management Law of 2019, the National Code of Conduct for Public Officials, and the Decent Work Act of Liberia 2015. The leadership of the NAFA board since 2018 up to date is characterized by constant unwelcome workplace harassment of staff, deduction of staff's salary without remitting to NASCOP, seizing seagoing fishery observers insurance allowance benefits, unreasonable administrative sanctions, undue denial of staff for capacity building training, refusal to pay employees wages, unplanned job change, assigning tax beyond a person's skill, intimidation using repeated threat of dismissal and salary disparity immensely influenced by political affiliation. These actions of Madam Glasgow constitute a gross violation of Section 2.7 of NAFA Human Resource Manual. Moreover, termination of employees on steady leave, which is against Section 6.6 of the same HR manual, highlights a serious violation as it mandates full salary payment for the 6 months and half salary thereafter. Madam Glasgow refused to appoint the Fisheries Advisory Council as required by Section 3.3 of the Fisheries Management Law, indicates an intent to monopolize the Liberia's fishery resources. Furthermore, the unauthorized extension of permits for 3 Spanish Senegalese shrimp fishing vessels in the EEZ from 6 months to 2 years without adequate oversight breaches Section 10.24 of the Fisheries Management Law. The illegal operation degrades the marine environment, violates international agreement, and it went on to say it has caused a significant decline in artisanal catch rates. It is also it also damages Liberia's relationship with fisheries development partners, leading to the cessation of crucial training and sustainable programs. The Workers Association calls on the board of NAFA and the Office of the President to address these concerns promptly and transparently. For the stability and effectiveness of NAFA's operation, it is vital that the issue is resolved swiftly and justly. The resolution for the vote of no confidence has been communicated to the chairman and all members of the board of NAFA. the Office of the President, the House Committee on Fisheries, Minister of Labor, and all relevant authorities since May 2, 2024. And no redress is, and there has been no redress. Okay, a smoothly functioning fisheries sector is crucial for our nation's prosperity. We urge all stakeholders, including fisheries committees of the legislature and the judiciary, civil society, international partners, and concerned individuals to ensure NAFA operates with integrity and accountability. Reiterate our vote of no confidence in Madam Emma Metty Glasgow's leadership and demand intervention from the board and the President's office to resolve the matter satisfactorily. And this is signed by Sonkale Kanum, Assistant Secretary General J. Alexander Magbli, Public Relations Officer, and is approved by Jeremiah Na, President of the National Fisheries Aquaculture Authority Workers Association. So this is a very full release. It is rich though.
Totally rich.
It is rich. All right. So it establishes our conversation this morning.
Yeah. So I want to kickstart with the chair. Who's the chair? Okay, Mr. Chairman. The issue about the marine vessel. You said 3 vessels from Senegal.
Yeah, 3 vessels from Senegal.
Yeah, please wear your headphone. Yeah, so you can. 3 vessels from Senegal. Tell us a little bit about this. Let's start from that angle.
Okay, thank you. It's a pleasure to be in your studio once again. And these are things we expect journalists in Liberia to do. To go to your question, I want to applaud the Punch FM management for hosting us. For we some radio station denied to host us. Let me name one man called Clarence Jackson, who is one of the popular talk show hosts.
Let's go to the issue.
The issue I just want to tell you.
Just go to the issue because I don't want us attacking people on the. Let's go to the issue.
Yeah, okay. The issue is the fisheries law of Liberia, with the policy and regulations of NAFA, that we can get experimentary fishery, permit license to fishing to know our stock. Okay. The 3 vessels from Senegal came to do experimentary fishing for 2 stream vessels, 1 for octopus. And in there, when they noticed that our stream we had a valuable stream species, so they changed that other vessel to stream vessel from octopus. And they're fishing for 2 years.
You have to be breaking it in, and the common people the common people will not understand what you mean by stream.
Okay, the crawfish. They cooking to do fishing for crawfish, and the crawfish and octopus, another fish where the hands spread, the kind of fishing. So when they saw that we get plenty of crawfish, and the crawfish is expensive on the world market, they changed the gear from octopus to another stream, a crawfish vessel. So they began 3, and this was fishing for only 6 months by our law. And tell us what is the base, the basis of our stock. So in our process, they're fishing for 2 years, and out of the 2 years, 10% will be remitted to Liberian revenue.
Were you able to acquire that the initial 6 months that they were to fishing on Liberian waterfall, in terms of, I believe there are some resources that have to be allocated to the government. There are some resources that have to be allocated towards that process. I mean, were you able to identify as to how much the 6-month period covered for them to fish, and then we can do a comparison to know the 2 years time they went for, how much was it in total?
Okay, that's why we are calling for investigation. Because when a vessel fishing for do experimentary fishing, and the 10% I was supposed to land in Liberia is not landing in Liberia, go to Africa and Senegal, then it should not happen. So we are calling for investigation, because Liberia lose that revenue. And one of the kilo of this stream, the crawfish, is $68. That's plenty of money.
Okay.
And you catching about, let's say, 100, 200 tons per month. It's a volume, it's big volume. So we are calling for investigation, because vessels will fish for only 6 months and go for beyond 3 years. 2 months. 2 years. Then there's a foul play.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I want to know why is it now that you are calling for investigation when Madam Glasgow been there for for close about we're drawing down to 7 years. Why now? Why we didn't start this ever since this advocacy? Why we didn't start it ever since up until now?
Thank you. At the time, Mana Glasgow, under the President George, we are former President George, we are government. She was de facto minister. I'm a de facto director general, untouchable. She can sack, she can abuse, she can cause and do anything. One of your journalists, Jokon, Seitikwa was chased out of the place by slippers. But Mana Glasgow, she was dictatorial. She's a dictatorial. So at that time, you couldn't say anything, people try to manage themselves at that time. So now is the time. It's the time to speak out and point out to all the AOC society.
Yes, someone may say you guys are trying to, witch hunt, and because she's now from the. Are you guys from the Unity Party? You one way or the other supported Unity Party? Because what we are hearing now is that because she's not from the Unity Party, she's from another political party, which is the CDC. Now you guys are pushing for her dismissal because of because of the good job that she's been doing.
Mana Glasgow is not from the CDC. Ango are the problem. Mana Glasgow was from the ANC before she joined CDC.
We saw her in the prior
before she was ANC partisan. And after she became a director general, she joined the CDC. But there's not about Unity Party, there's not about CDC, there's not about ANC. Okay. We are talking about why affecting the people of Liberia and the entity of NAFA.
Yeah, but she's been doing extremely well at NAFA. And
propaganda.
Her job speaks of volume. Because like Liberia are commending her for the job that she's been doing. She just took over at NAFA. But you guys are seeing this as because Liberia are not totally benefited. Is that why you are coming up with this advocacy or what?
The problem we are saying about the advocacy, about the well-being of the employee. You cannot be a dictatorial director general when the employee are in fear. The place is toxic. Okay. The environment is toxic. Okay. At the time, people live in fear. People die, all the time die. You couldn't speak your right.
Okay, before I cross over to your colleague here, I mean, when you mean by toxic and people are not satisfied at NAFA, how many persons are we talking about? Is it the entire workforce at NAFA or just set a group of people?
The entire workforce.
Because now, if you come on this radio, you say it's the entire workforce, and later we understand that people will come with another rebuttal saying that, oh, we are satisfied with the working of Madam Glasgow. And they are just cool with everything that's going on. So how many persons are we talking about here?
We're talking about almost 200 workforce. 200 workforce. And the 200 workforce, we have a resolution signed by every staff of NAFA that we will be presenting to the board chair. Okay. So the employees are resolved. The employee are resolved. We got signatory. We got everything that will be presented to the board chair on tomorrow. So the employee are a number of parties.
How many persons are we talking about here?
We are talking about over 100 plus.
Okay, so let me cross over to you. You wanted to come in there.
Yeah, quickly. You talk about political. I'm J. Alexander Mabley. I'm the public relation officer. Yeah, you talk about the political alignment and that political alignment. Look, let me tell you something. People should not. NAFA is like let me say in our liberal language, is a distant beauty. Since NAFA became autonomous agency, that's the first director general there. We have not had any director general to compare he or she with Madam Glasgow. Look, I'm telling you.
We saw some officials of government, most especially the citizens, in person of the district lawmaker of district number 9. We saw them going there and pledging their support in defending Madam Glasgow.
Thank you. Yeah, I met with him. You're talking about Foko.
Yeah,
you're talking about Foko. Okay, I live in District 8. I met with Foko. These are the people. To guy, this identical individual. He's a collector of data. He's a data collector. He go on a stream vessel, on all international vessel to collect data, right? These guys were laid up unlawfully by Madam Glasgow. They took their complaint to the House of Parliament. I met with Foco on 11th Street. I engaged him, right? Foco. What is going on? These guys that there, the 9 observer, are data collector, international data collector with experience. Madam Glasgow laid them up. He told me in confidence, Alexander Mablin, right on 11th Street. He said, my brother, we have done everything. I signed the paper. Everything we did there is in favor of your people. The lady need to reinstate the people. Sumo Mora, the chair on labor. He was on ERBC recently. He was on ERBC, stating that indeed they have told her to reinstate the people. She says to reinstate only 4. Right? So what I'm saying is this. The seditions you're talking about, what do you want to call him here? The coordinator for CDC, BNY Johnson, is a Kennedy of matter. He knows what he's going through. If he's listening, he will call you and tell you. So what do people say? She have done well. She have done this. No. There are too many irregularities. There are too many financial improprieties. That the country is not benefiting and the workforce are not benefiting. We are living in intimidation. She intimidates us every day. So people come here to say,
I want to you talk about this distant beauty.
Distant beauty.
Distant beauty of NAFA.
NAFA, yes.
Is it that her working relationship is now cordial with the workforce at NAFA or what? What are you trying to say?
When we say distant beauty, in the Republic of Liberia, we are the least SOE. The least salary paid institution is NAFA. The only people we about are ERBC. We are the least. We all what you hear about millions of dollars. We are the least. You have people in NAFA making $240. People in NAFA making $190. Look,
people
I told you.
People to Ministry of Information making $40, $70. So I don't know what you're talking about.
No, what I'm saying is this.
So if you taking 200 some more.
Okay, let me say something to you. Because the publicity about NAFA is huge. Every day, man, they say, oh, they get 40 million. They say this, they say that. What is the trickle down? What is the impact on the people? The money has been squandered by a certain group of people.
The money has been spent on the government. It's not just to pay you salary. You want for the people to take all that money and be paying your salary.
Excuse me.
So it means that the ordinary librarian will not benefit. Only they won't be.
No. Baka. We are speaking in defense of the nation, right? This is an entity that raised millions of dollars, and the benefit must go to the Republic of Liberia, right? But what we're saying to you here is this, How much NAFA remitted to the consolidated account of government? How much? You say you been knowing. How much? How much they are about nothing. We just hearing that NAFA is raising money. NAFA is raising money. How much NAFA remitted? Look, as I said right now, they are anonymous sources send me information. But I don't want to do it on that because what I'm saying here, these are issues that I can speak.
What information are they sending?
Look, they're anonymous, so sending me information right now that there should be NAFA should remit 1.5 million in government consolidated account, and they are not done it, right? I don't want to do it only because I don't have part to it. But what we're saying here to you, we have document to prove NAFA as an institution, Madam Glasgow regime, NAFA is not the way it's supposed to be. Let me tell you something. We are receiving call from all over. We will not talk about it here. But what you saying here?
Baka, I want us to take this conversation on this level, right? Now that the distance beauty, we are closer to the beauty. I'm saying to the beauty, we're not seeing the beauty.
Yes.
As per his description.
Yes.
I want us to go across the table, perhaps one after another. I giving their own experience as towards this distant beauty. I mean, from a general perspective, one after another, as to how Emma has managed this institution over 6 years, gaining public confidence, but yet is still having disagreement with the same very persons that she work with to regain the public confidence. So we could go across the table one after another to give us your experience about this. We begin from this way. Okay, we'll start from this. Okay, that's
okay. Thank you very much. Once again, I'm Sonkale Kano. Okay, let me tell you guys what really we mean by distant beauty, because the public is not really informed about what happened. Why all hear all propaganda that, oh yes, Emma is doing well. But when you ask Emma, if I ask you here today, can you point to one or two things that you can tell me exactly that she has done at NAFA for which you say she's doing well? What all you hear around is she's doing well. Nobody know about fisheries, so she's the one breaking fisheries. But this is what I will have to tell you. Before Madam Glasgow could come to leadership, we have had contribution from the then Bureau of National Fisheries to the national government. When you ask Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government or the Minister of Finance at the time, they will tell you that the reason why NAFA from Bureau of National Fisheries was given autonomously is because of the contribution to national budget at the time. We contributed about 12% to the agriculture GDP at the time, and then 3% to the national budget at the time. This is what prompted Madam Sirleaf to have given the autonomy to the national, let's say the Bureau of National Fisheries at the time. When we transitioned from the Bureau status to the autonomy we have now, George Weah appointed Madam Glasgow, asked the minister at the time, do your research. Since Madam Glasgow took over, what has been NAFA contribution to the national budget? When we don't even have our own deduction from our salary remitted to NASCO. We don't have this. Should we sit down and the setup crumble? No. Before Madam Glasgow could come to power, we have a lot of arrangements that she's enjoying now. We have money that was negotiated with other partners. When you check the EU Sectoral Support Fund, it was already arranged. When you check the World Bank arrangement, it is the World Bank that really helped to establish what we call NAFA today. We have already arranged with these people how the fishery should be sustainably managed.
Okay. And
but when Madam Glasgow came to power, she buried all the efforts of these people. And then she's portraying herself that she's the one negotiating, she's the one bringing those. No,
yeah, but the World Bank, the folks from the World Bank have expressed, have confidence in working with us.
No. This is
a complaint from the World Bank. I'm coming on. Like the way we see from other government institutions and agencies, you'll find out. Perhaps the bank or the partners will come up with statements.
No, you are not aware of it.
I'm coming.
Let me tell you.
The partners will come up with statement. The partner come up with statement, or perhaps issuing, a vote of no confidence, or perhaps saying this thing has gone wrong. Throughout the management of Emma Glasgow over the years, I'm still struggling to come across an account that one of the partners at NAFA, with NAFA, who have said that Emma did this or this reason, or because of this reason, we are not safe working with Emma.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Maybe you are not aware of this, but check the Fishery Committee at the Parliament. We have an EU project here. Through then, the EU has filed in a formal complaint. EGF. They are filing a formal complaint.
The EU are filing a formal complaint.
I'm saying EGF.
EGF
is a EU-sponsored NGO in Liberia. They are also involved with fishery activities. They implement projects for the EU. They have filed in complaint concerning these research vessels that we mentioned here. The World Bank is a professional.
Do you have a copy of that complaint?
They have not issued it to us yet. They show it to us. We read through it.
Oh, they show it to you guys.
Yeah, because it's confidential. It's with them. Okay. When we carry our complaint, we bother with so many complaints. Complaint from the Liberia artisanal fishermen association.
The reason I asked that question.
Let me tell you another thing about the World Bank.
The reason I asked that question, it was sometimes of this year. We followed up the chairman of Maritime at the House, Francis Afoko, along with some other delegates. At your institution, NAFA, your headquarters, and they met with Emma Glasgow and reaffirmed the House's commitment in working with Emma Glasgow at the time. I think sometimes of March of this year, I was part of that program as well. When Foko, the chairman of Maritime, Eugene Colley, and you just name different lawmakers went there and reaffirmed the House's commitment to working with Emma Glasgow. That's what I asked the question: if there is a complaint on the decks of the House, then how is it that they will be going out there to reaffirm their commitment in working with Emma Glasgow?
Can I speak to that? Okay, thank you. At the time this issue was coming out, these are CDC lawmakers. Understand? In there with Emma Glasgow. So you will find nothing on the state because they are in Emma Glasgow and do it for every reason. You protest. It was a mirage. It was a mirage because they don't know their function. They don't know their function. When people coming out saying that day is not good, day is not good for lawmakers to leave their oversight and come to office, and after that they want Emma Glasgow office, they came outside with the enemy to start laughing. It's a mirage.
So you're trying to say they were paid for behaving like that?
Yes, they were paid to behave like that. FOCO. They were paid for that because they feel that CDC and they want to fight back. We are not discussing CDC.
Are you considering that they can't be providing could have hindered your advocacy to have Glasgow removed? Because and those will be the same very lawmakers you need the assurance. How now that you don't
the same lawmaker told Mana Glasgow to reinstate 15%. She refused. The same lawmaker, the committee, told Mana Glasgow reinstate the post. She said no, up to present. So if you are temporary and he said do this, you think I will do it?
Harris,
and they are the ones you running to have your case heard as well.
We sent report for days. That's why now the chairman on fisheries now, who is Honorable Anthony Williams, is sparing this. And Honorable Anthony Williams is the focus chairperson on fisheries. He's handling this, and the board chair will be meeting the web folks tomorrow.
There are no substantial evidence to prove that those lawmakers are perhaps in bed with Emma Glasgow. For the sake of the conversation, you would love to take it back.
I should take it back.
You want to take it back for the sake of the conversation.
Okay, I take it back.
Okay, so all right.
Let's cross over to our brother there. He been following the conversation. We don't want to leave him out. Probably he have something to that he want to. Yeah. So your name?
My name is Matthew Daritupa. I'm one of those that were dismissed by Emma Glasgow in January.
Don't worry. Wait, I'm gonna do it. I don't want you to see the camera.
I'm the co-chair for the Aggrieved Worker Union Association of NAFA.
Okay.
Sometimes in February we were the one who demonstrated at NAFA. We carried on a peaceful protest. We were 9 in numbers, and people said it was politically driven. It was not politically driven. We were illegally dismissed by Emma Glasgow. You know, people like my police said, for me, I describe Emma as chicken.
What do you mean? Chicken?
Yeah. When chicken go in the basket, you look at it, it's dirty, but when they come out, it's clean. People been praising Emma Glasgow out there, say Emma is doing well, Emma is doing well, which of course we are in the system, we are not experiencing what she's doing. I ended on NAFA 2018 as scientific fishery observers. We go on see, collect data, bring the data to see how better we collect data and also do compliance. But Emma Glasgow dismissed us. She said there were no funds at the entity. And since she dismissed us, she had employed more than 7 persons. Emma Glasgow, last time we went, small chair for a committee. So called Emma for conference. We went there. They asked Emma, why you dismiss those guys. Then when you look at HR menu section 1.3.2 of NAFA HR menu 6, any employees or any employee or any recruitment should spend at least 3 months or at most 1 year for employment, and small we have spent 6 years with NAFA without employment. Good. Then they asked Emma Glasgow, say, Emma, are your observers insured? Emma said no. Say, why are they not insured? Emma said, I'm working on some insurance company. They feel they will see how best I can employ, how I can insure my observer. Say, Emma, why since 6 years? Emma said, no, we've been working on other things. Then they asked Emma, the $30 given by the vessel owners for observer DSA on sea, are they receiving their money? And you told them that you were giving them $10 for insurance, $10 for DSA, $10 for operational fees. Are you giving them their money? Emma said, we can give them $10 because I made it $10 from bureau time. They said, but from the bureau time, what have you done to upgrade the area? Emma said, we're working on things. Then they asked Emma, what are the salary for the observers? Emma said, so observer making 300, other people making 400, other people making 500. They said, why salary disparity? Emma said, based upon the time they came, which of course we are all for the same background, we have the same degree, and we are collecting the same data. So
it means that you guys should be collecting the same salary?
Yeah, we should be collecting the same data. Minus the observer management team. But everyone else are going on see we should collect the same data. But let me tell you, NAFA salary based on is like political compensation. Based upon who brought you in. If BM bring you in, you receive this salary. You get it? And some of us we were not brought in by people because some of us we are qualified. We came from the science background. I have bachelor degree in general agriculture from University of Liberia. But Emma have not been doing well for us at NAFA. Emma left me on sea and dismissed me in January. When Emma gave me 3 months contract, why should you give somebody 3 months contract? Someone that has spent 6 years with your entity. Emma gave me 3 months contract in January. Later, she told the 3 month contract, she said she wanted to employ us. When I wrote a group chat, why should you take our contract? HR, please respond to this. HR went and screen flash my text from the group chat and carried to Emma. Emma left me on sea and dismissed me. When I came from on sea, I went at the office. HR left me on sea and called me. Is this my talk? I said yes. Said anytime you when are you coming to put? I said the end of February. Say when you come to put, come at the office and receive your dismissal letter. And when I came on shore, unfortunately my vessel had engine problem. When I went to the office to give my dismissal letter. When I gave my dismissal letter, I went at the office to submit my report I brought from on sea, which of course the assistant HR already told the security don't allow me in at the office. 2 times they dismissed me up to now. I say my report from on sea. And NAFA
you haven't submitted the report.
No, NAFA will have particular data.
I'm struggling on your point because what I do understand across government, we have the Civil Service Agency of Liberia that supersedes and covers the affairs of civil servants. And those of you at NAFI, I'm convinced that you fall under the civil service as well.
No,
you are not part of the civil service.
We are not covered by the civil service because we are autonomous agency. We employment.
Supersedes or manage your activities because the reason on the job you need protection because we do understand that situations like this, like this with the account the brother is provided will happen. There will be certain disagreement with bosses and that of their staff. That's why we have institutions like the civil servant that have strict rules and orders on how how an employee of government should be dismissed. So if you guys at NAFA don't have this thing, then how is it done at that institution so different?
When I say we are not fully on a civil servant, those things are handled by NAFA, even though the regulation civil servant has been, adopted in our HR manual, and we still live up to the standard and the full value of those regulations. But what happens is that when there are
instances like the brother's account on the form amount in which an employee is being dismissed, because what I do know, for instance, I'm saying the civil servant, if a civil servant has to be dismissed, that the management of that institution at first will have to serve them maybe 2 or 3 different times, written communication acknowledging their
This-
shortcomings and everything.
these
And
are-
prior to that, before actions administrative will be taken.
That's
And
what we
that
are
will be-
saying.
that will be in
Akame-
conformity with the Civil Service
These-
Act, and that's what I'm asking.
these
so if
are-
the guys at NAFA and if this is not covering you, then I wonder.
Yeah, these are provisions that have been violated time in, time out, and we are standing against it now because those things are provided by the law of Liberia. Besides the CSA and that of NAFA HR manual, these things are provided for. We have people in NAFA who have gone through the same situation that the brother is just explaining. They were courageous enough. They went to court, and the court ruled in their favor and mandated Madam Glasgow to reinstate people. I think it is just a week ago that she reinstated the other people. So what we usually do is that when the law is violated, we look for a way that we can find redress. And this is one way to call on the board and to call on the president office to have intervention into this matter. People who go into court, they have already won the case. People went to the legislature. The legislature has mandated her to reinstate these people. She unlawfully retired 2 of our staffs a few days. And civil servant mandated her that she will bring the people back. Up to now, she has not written any communication to the people to come back to work.
I'm
Yes.
struggling.
So these are some of the irregularities we are having.
Emma just heads an autonomous agency. How is it should be so defined the rules? I mean, all of those rulings have come out from the court to the legislature, now the civil servants. Yeah,
My
still-
brother,
she's
when you
refusing
are
to honor
giving
this.
when you are giving a power and you don't have the principles to guard the power in your conduct, it becomes trouble for everybody. This is what we are going through at NAFA. Emma was given that authority to head the fishery sector as a director general, but they did not really evaluate her properly to know whether she has the full qualification besides the academic degree, whether she has the full qualification to handle such a position. Fishery is a renewable resources. To handle it, you cannot entrust it into the hand of an individual. This is why the law mandated her to appoint a advisory council who will advise her, but she has refused to establish these things. This is why she's in error all of the time. This is why you cannot do that, my brother. No man has that monopoly over ideas. You don't know all, no matter what degree you have. You need people to be around you and advise you on how you conduct activities. But Madam Glasgow has ignored all these things. This is why we are saying she's not a good director to handle fishery affairs in Liberia. Please let the government, let the president make the decision. We have so many qualified Liberians in Liberia. They can take over the fisheries. Fishery is equipped when it comes to manpower.
Are they not supporting you?
Fully supporting us.
Let's say.
I will always say thank you to the Punch family. I told people that this thing is vote of politics. We are not, pushed by any politicians to come here and do and say what we're saying. Look, we are on a serious tension at NAFA.
Serious torment.
Look, the mental trauma at NAFA is too much. It's increasing day by day. But now we will stand against that. Look, what we're saying here is this: there are too many financial impropriety. I continue to say. We are telling the public and we are telling this government. Look, one time I listened to the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Newman Boaka. He said, you will not find yourself in problem whenever you identify what for you and what for the people. And we are here today because Madam Glasgow has not identified what for and what for the institution and what for Liberia at large. Look, there are too many things holding on. People say, oh, the level she reached the institution, it will do that. The donor will slow down support. I am telling you here today, read my lips. I am telling you today, read my lips. If the president continue with Madam Glasgow, the productivity of NAFA will decrease. The people are no longer willing to work with Madam Glasgow any longer. I called him there the last time. When I came here, I called a name, Stevie Akesha. This is a man that was conducting all the activity, the fishery activity in West Africa from the World Bank. Madam Glasgow, why is he not coming to Liberia again?
Man, Glasgow insulted that man. That man when we were at BNF, he used to visit us every day. In fact, the issue of removal.
So is it that man you want to replace?
No. He's not a Liberian.
Okay, so who are you? Who if you were asked to at least come up with somebody, come up with a name.
What is your name? What is
My
your
name is Bwaka.
Okay, Bwaka.
Yeah.
I am telling you, I said it last time when I came here, right? You, Bwaka, the fact that the technicians at NAFA willing to work with you, Bwaka, if President Bwaka appoint you today, you will perform.
Okay, so I'm asking you now, is there a name? I'm asking if you have a name that you think that you can talk about, people that you know that you can work with.
No.
That entity. To get a smooth working relationship at that entity.
The will is with the president.
Probably you can make a suggestion.
No, we can make suggestions.
Okay,
we can make a suggestion.
Let me throw light on what you are saying. Then there will have professional people. And we'll have institutional members that have more qualified than man.
Okay, if you were asked.
If I will ask,
yeah.
give me how I'm an institutional member. I will tell President Bwaka to appoint Jeremiah Womble now. Who is the president now?
Okay.
Because I'm overqualified. I'm a Glasgow. I'm an institutional member. So I will say President Bwaka will choose me, but President Bwaka have a will. And if President Bwaka want to post somebody there, he must look at the CVs of people from NAFA, from the technical department, and do the vetting, and the book must choose from them. We got qualified people, professional people, and institutional members. So these are things talking. Now you look at NASCO. When I get old, there's no money in NASCO.
Okay.
Every month they cut taxes from my pay. That tax has not been remitted at LRA. I mean, for the 6 years, yes, people from NASCO. Then go to LRA. What NAFA is paying money there. So these are things we are speaking against. We can sue NASCO for a year by cutting my money and not remitted to NASCO. Sorry, disparity. When you Bwaka is a minister of let's say maritime board, then maritime board will bring his daughter and you employ maritime board, pay your 2005. Then you tell your child care to maritime board. The maritime board. These are the hard laboratory will work when they are not professional.
Someone may say it been happening before. So Emma is not the only person that did that. So it been happening in other institutions.
So when Bwaka killed, John Mokio.
I'm not just saying that when Bwaka killed John Mokio, but you guys been there and it been happening now. Making it appear that this is all about Emma. It seems to be that you are. Let me just I don't know her telephone number because maybe probably the one speaking. Someone may say, "Oh, you have interacted."
No,
I don't know her. I don't know her at all. I haven't spoken to her. I haven't even seen her in my life before.
We know.
Yeah.
Bwaka. What we're saying here is this. You see the gentleman sitting there? These are people, because of them, we are here today. We're not speaking of because we wish hunting Emma. We're not wish hunting Emma.
Emma
we're
looking
at the bad labor practices at NAFA. Look, Bwaka, you will feel surprised to know that people leave the institution, they go for stealing leave. You take their name from payroll. What say in our policy book, you must pay the people full salary for 6 months, and after 6 months, you pay 50% of their full salary. People left NAFA, they went on stealing leave, they took their name from payroll. And it was interesting to know, Glasgow was over there at FNC Stars. You were making $600 at the time. Moses Sina was agriculture minister. We used to take paper paycheck, right? We go to Minister of Agriculture, we get our check, we go to Central Bank and catch the check. Madam Glasgow husband used to go there and take Madam Glasgow pay every day when she was in Sweden. But then today, Madam Glasgow is the director general. When people go for study, she take their name from payroll. Why is that happening? And the policy didn't call for that. The policy must pay the people their full salary 6 months. After 6 months, you pay them 50%, but you're not doing it. Right? I'm telling you, when we entered there at the time with BNF, Mr. William Wabua was the coordinator. William Wabua kept Madam Glasgow on salary until she returned with her master from Sweden. Tell me, open the line that people call from NAFA. All those that left from NAFA to go for study, they took their name from payroll. Why is this happening? Okay. We're holding on a lot of projects at NAFA right now. Look, we got information here that we don't want to disclose.
I mean, what they don't want to disclose information, so like, I'm not problem that there. So folks, we are in conversation. Okay, folks, we are in conversation with the Workers Union of the National Fisheries Aqua Court. how this Eon there at the Liberal National Fisheries. Now, and let's transition to another talking point here. Oh, Iris, you want to come in? Okay, let's transition to another talking point. If all of these things that have been said by you guys, if there is no redress, if the president still sees that he have confidence in Madam Emma Glasgow, are you guys still waiting to work with her?
We're not willing to work with her anymore. We told her
yesterday. Don't say we not waiting. I say I'm not waiting to work with her.
And speaking as the official spokesman, acting spokesman for the Workers Association, I'm telling you, we told Dr. Luther yesterday, we are no longer willing to work with Madam Glasgow. We cried about that.
If we say that vote of no confidence,
so we should contradict ourselves.
We should contradict ourselves.
There are
Look, we want a professional. This and now is a professional place. It's not where we say politics there, because you get professional brains at work at night to create every day, to create thought, to create different aspect how the entity will move forward. So in our president, if the president feel with me and say I get trust in Emma Glasgow and the workers they didn't get trust in her, then it get pushed the will of the people and suppress the will of the people. And what happened? We reserve President Baga.
There are a few accounts I want us to consider on this conversation. One of which is the issue about Emma Glasgow. In a few months ago, she had to battle with the political climate when some folks believe that she violated the code of conduct and President Baga should have her removed. That conversation was in, and there were pull and pull. Emma had to move on from one place to another. We saw some sedition and CDC lawmakers as well, and even the party had to take an appeal to ensure that Emma retain her position as the Director General of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority. The reason why I'm bringing this conversation is that we were considering that the Workers Union or the Workers Association who have taken serious consideration on the timeliness of this your advocacy. Emma was just a few weeks ago was battling with the political climate on the need for her to be removed, and in the Workers Association now, right after that, that scenario is coming up again with another justification as to why Emma should be removed. Folks will consider that you guys have been politically motivated. You guys have been in power politically. Since that the politicians took to the code of conduct and they were now succeeding, now they have to use the workers against Emma. This is how the composition will sell out.
No. Let me tell you this, Harris. The issue of the violation of the code of conduct, the president has to deal with it, when it comes to this issue. It's serious. The president has never relaxed or had never told Emma Glasgow to continue after violating the code of conduct and what have you. The president is putting procedure together so that he can follow the right procedure, because what happened this one time when the people went to court, what was the issue there was procedure error. And the president has told his co-workers that they don't want anything like that, like procedure error and what have you, because what comes from the president should be perfect. And then the issue of Emma Glasgow, we are not coming up with this because we feel Emma is like this, or Emma is tall, or Emma is black, or Emma has some political issue with the code of conduct and what have you. No. The issue here is, my brother, when you are pushed and you have nowhere to go, you will come back. This is what we are faced with now in NAFA. This January, Emma had a meeting with us that she titled Reconciliatory Meeting. She told us to explain our mind, whatever she has done wrongly to anybody, explain it so that we can reconcile. And we did that. We had a meeting for one whole day. And after the meeting, we were considering that indeed, whatever happened before, let it be. I think there's a new page. Let's see what comes now. But right after that meeting, Emma laid off 9 prices.
Because of what I was saying in the meeting.
Exactly. I'm telling you
So
this.
it means that she was probably using that.
She was using that to identify
who are in favor or
very
against.
good.
I'm told. I'm receiving information.
So we are pushed.
Sonkale, I'm receiving information.
Yeah.
That the meeting you just spoke of, it
Yeah.
was when Emma, at the time the conversation was surrounding her removal due to the violation of the code of conduct. She needed the workers of NAFA to stand with her, to support her in that quest. That's how she brought the idea about the formation of the Workers Association that some of you found it fit at the time. She trusted you a whole lot to advocate on her behalf so that the president can have a retina.
You see some of the deception. You see some of the deception. That is the intent of that meeting at the time, but I call it deception because you don't do that to people. What you have done to people, you are fully aware of it. If you call people and say, "My brother, I know to some extent I've heard some of you, and I want us to reconcile," but you are saying this on your tongue, and then inwardly you have something different on mind. That's deception.
Okay, to throw small light on what he said, President Bouaka won the election in November, the second round. And after that, 1 week after, she called a mass meeting, reconciliation meeting. That was not the time we were talking about the code of conduct that she should remove. Okay, you understand? So I just want to make that clear. So after that, after that meeting, we reconciled. She shook everybody here. People spoke their mind. And after that, she laid down 9%. After laying down 9%, then she went redonor. She redonor 2%. For which the board chair said reinstate the people. She refused. They run to 7-7. 7-7 have to send. 7-7 have to send a communication that reinstate the people. She called the people by telephone. You can't do it. She are not even. You get a letter for redundancy, retirement, and you are not giving a letter for reinstatement. So we say now they should receive that communication.
I want to know something. Other institutions or tenure positions rather in the country, most especially at the LTA, the board members there. Let me say the hairs there were caught up in a web, wherein the president took action, by relieving them of their post as they go through investigation. Have there been any point in time that you guys have seen or heard
They both were very tough in that meeting. You know, right after that meeting, what happened? They called me to tap my salary. You know what happened? They call me to increase me.
To increase your salary.
Let me give you my information. Let me give you my information, right?
What you taking first?
No, I will tell you. I will tell you. I'm in flight already. I will tell you. So what happened is this, right? In the meeting, we were very tough. And I stood in your face. I told her, you insulted me. Where in the world you assign a back to me as logistic officer for the Liberia Scientific Observer Program? I go after these guys. When they're about to go and see, I pick them up and carry them to the pier. I put them on the vessel. They leave. When the vessel leave the Bama before I go back to the office. You gave me motorbike. I went to request for gasoline. How much I'm making? For the past 6 years, in the old order, you did not give me a gasoline. Right? A gas. I bought gas on my own. Yeah, right? Right after the meeting. Excuse me. Right after the meeting, you call the Dado administration. Your girl is I'm having 10 gallons. You tap the man, you're getting me 10 hours Pascal. Look, you know why? I cannot do that.
Was that what that was added? I thought that was extra financial the tapping on
the excuse me now. The tapping the father is the controller was they instructed the controller that Elizana Mablin should be making this from this time, right? And then the other administration, please get Elizana Mablin $10 scratch card with $10 gallon gasoline, right? But then, excuse me now, what happened is this? Because salary issues are confidential issues. Okay, what happened is this, right? Excuse me, what happened is this, What happened is this? When you start giving me the gasoline, right? And then there was discussion. The right thing you said, so that we can stand by you. But why? The past 6 years, you refused to give me gasoline and went to you. You insulted me at somebody's hospital. You insulted me. At the end of the day, after the election, You call me to get gasoline. What are you trying to do? If you think you're serious, the pass here, pay the gasoline and the strike out retroactive. Right? But then you call me so that so that I can take my back at these people, which I can't do that. I can't do that. No. It's not for me. I can't blow my own trumpet. But you know who trumpet are blowing? The people that are going on steady leave, you taking them for salary. The people that here, that you take them, you lay them up on lawfully.
My question to him was,
yes,
have there been any point in time that you guys have heard
about corruption?
Yeah,
coming there.
That's my
the
question.
sales fishing vessel, Gucci 837, Gucci 836, the sales fishing vessel, they gave $30 per day to observer. Madam Glasgow in return gave $10. Is that not corruption? Excuse me. The private tuna vessel, they in our water, they pay $50 per observer per day. There is no observer on the vessel to keep the people in compliance. Is that not corruption? I'm telling you, private tuna vessel. Look, I will show you photos when I went on the vessel. I showed you to Harry the last time, right? Okay, is that not corruption? This is you taking a NASCAR deduction from us. The money is not remitted in our account. Is that not corruption? There's a document.
Our taxes. Is that what NAFA?
Our taxes. $8,000 we don't have bus to go to work. Is that not corruption?
Mabuli, is that what NASCOP said to you individuals?
Yeah, the paper.
What do they say? Let me see this.
You take Social Security taxes for all the money is not remitted in Social Security account.
That's my phone. Emma Dato. They pay.
Okay.
Our money are being cut. Our taxes are being cut for our salary.
Okay. So
are you not using $138 card? That will call and dispute that.
So, I'm seeing this communication from NASCOP. I'm seeing this communication from NASCOP. It was from July 2018 to present. And it is important. I'm looking to 2023 NASCOP is telling all year that not to cut my salary. I'm seeing all of the figures are zero.
Nothing was remitted.
So for NASCOP telling that nothing. The person nothing. All of nothing. So let me see. 2022 I get $800 off figure in US. Oh man, to get money. $800 January, February, March, April, May from May stop.
2022
2023 from January all the way to December, zero. Okay. So yeah.
I see 000.
That's 000.
You got institution that lottery. How much lottery can generate? Lottery got bosses for their people.
It's still not.
You write $138,000 card.
But you know when you keep stressing on the issue about $138,000,
we don't have.
How much the woman making at NAFA? The woman working and she's been working for 6 years. She's capable of getting the car now.
Why you say
her pay?
Why you say
she's taking his salary?
No. She will pay.
She could has the work done about the car.
Why are you using government plate?
She could has the work done. She could has the work done.
All I know is that the Mercedes she got our car, the white Mercedes, the red Jeep, our car.
And this is where I want you guys to I want you guys to better explain. If you say Emma coerced the World Bank to purchase the $138,000 car for her allegedly, I want to be careful how I choose my words. The World Bank is not an institution that an individual decides what he or she wants for themselves. The World Bank is an institution that all of what will be done through procurement and bidding process, and there are priorities that the World Bank will meet every time when there is a project, and no one bypass that. How is it Emma is so powerful now that she's able to coerce such an institution like the World Bank to purchase a vehicle in her own interest and not in the interest of the project of which the World Bank is sponsoring?
Let me say this. What happened when it comes to World Bank operation is that Emma is the Director General. She suggests what happened or what the World Bank should do for NAFA. If one of the instances we have, the building you see that we call the administrative building at Freeport there, that is just a 2-bedroom that she renovated. You know what was the previous plan from World Bank? They're supposed to build a state-of-the-art administrative office that will contain all of us a whole high-rise building. But you know what happened? Mananglaso chose and told the people, no, we do not need that kind of building. It's better we renovate this 2-bedroom and be here. Have you been to the technical building?
250,000.
The technical building is far bigger and better than what you see at the Freeport. And they wanted to build something far better than all of what we are talking about. The car issue we are talking about, as a leader, you should be rational indeed. The thing here is that you don't even have a boss that your staff will run. Even though you are aware of the small salary you are paying, you are aware of all of the constraints they are going through. They have requested unto you on so many times that they need boss. The money you choose for the World Bank to buy you $138,000 car, when you cannot even say to the people, yes, please buy them 25,000 boss
to commute them.
My brother, in essence, it's a corruption.
I'm yet to get a contract. I just opened. I was looking through the NAFA website. I can get it. I really want to get.
Go to the World Bank. You get it.
I really want to get this contract in it. That perhaps it has been online that the Director General is entitled to a vehicle throughout one of the phase of this project, because there are times they will specify all of the benefits associated with the project as it go up. Because the reason is I'm still
struggling
to get
she
this
requested
point.
for A. And describe the car she wanted.
Emma will request a World Bank to purchase a vehicle for her that she's not being paid by the World Bank, but rather the World Bank is carrying out a project of which her institution is a partner or partnering with. I mean, this is totally strange to me. Throughout the time, that for instance, you'll see the Liberia Legislative Corporation, Morning Captain is there, right? Of which I want to use as a case study. He's being paid by the World Bank because the project the World Bank is undertaking, it is through that the World Bank pays him. So individual like that will make a determination to the World Bank that I want this and it'll be related from his salary. That case is different. But with Emma is not being paid by the World Bank. Emma is implementing a World Bank's project. So the implementation of a World Bank's project does not give you the right to make determination on which one of the vehicles that the World Bank will purchase for you.
Okay. If Emma implement the project from the World Bank, and this World Bank want to carry on certain project, and you say, no, you don't want to sign the document, and you request it for this, that give and take.
Then it means World Bank also is involved in the corruption.
Harris.
No. The one that work to be done.
This is how it look like. The operation of a World Bank. World Bank hire a coordinator that is spearheading the project at NAFA. But this coordinator will work under Madam Glasgow. So the World Bank project is
work with Madam Glasgow, not Madam Glasgow.
Okay, whatever terminology, but
because the project and NAFA is implementing the project that the World Bank is getting.
No, what I'm trying to portray is that Madam Glasgow is a boss to this coordinator. You understand? So he works with or under Madam Glasgow. Okay, but this is the issue. When the project comes, whatever project that is designed, Madam Glasgow have to approve it. You understand? She has that power because she's the Director General of NAFA. The World Bank is working along with her. So this is the issue. If we make a request, Madam Glasgow, we need car, we need boss. At least one boss to be carrying us. I'm coming. And then she goes to the public.
Sonkali, I want us to connect on that here.
Yeah.
Is it the World Bank that is designing the project to NAFA, or usually it is NAFA that designed the program?
NAFA is
to the World Bank because they need support to the
NAFA is the one designing the project.
And the World Bank has to approve the project.
Whatever needs we have, we design the project and submit it to the World Bank through the coordinator.
So in this case,
the World Bank will sponsor it.
That holds the right down to approve the project, and then Glasgow that will be approving the project. Because it's like
everything she approved.
I'm coming now.
She approved everything.
This is how it works, Harris.
I'm coming. Let me just be practical. Like the way you guys have the information from NAFA, right? Everything. But before coming here, I got to approve you to sit on this radio. Of course. So that's how it is with the World Bank. NAFA has the idea. NAFA has the resources in terms of manpower, everything. But to get this project implemented, she needs the support of the World Bank. So in this case, it is the World Bank that will be approving the project and not Emma Glasgow in this case.
No, this is how it works. You preside over this radio station. If we are working here, we develop a project. NAFA develop a project. What the World Bank do is to sponsor the project. So when the technicians develop the project, and even if World Bank will spend anything on it, that project must be approved by Madam Glasgow first, that indeed this is what NAFA has designed, and we need XYZ amount of money to go after it.
Okay.
You understand? Because there is previous agreement between NAFA, let's say Liberia and the World Bank for support when it comes to the fishery activities.
Okay, so we will open the phone lines on 0778 because a lot of people want to participate and they want to ask few questions. They want to make a contribution on the show. This is the Punch Breakfast Show with Harris Berry and Abuakai Amara Kamau. Pretty seated here for you this morning, talking to the workers union from the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority. They are here with us this morning on the platform. That's on 0778 665 699, 0778 665 699, or 0880 561 644, 0880 561 644. We are in discussion talking about NAFA, putting NAFA under the spotlight this morning. We'll now take our first caller on this line. Before then, before we can take some of the calls, okay, let's just take the calls quickly. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name is joining us from?
My name is Ines Johnson.
Welcome, Ines.
Quality.
Okay.
If what it is true, what is better is talking in studio, then it is witness to the highest peak. The reason why I'm saying this is this. If you develop your country or your house or your home or anywhere for you and your brother or your sister, that place you will enjoy it and your children will enjoy it. But for somebody to single-handedly handle an institution that big like that, to be so diabolical, go to medicine now or juju now, to cajole everybody and see that this billion, let's do it like this because we got money. You know that the money is not yours. You know something I missed one time, my friend told me, say, if it costs for you to credit and be able to pay, but don't be afraid. If you be afraid, you will not do anything for yourself.
Okay. All right.
So if Amara was a good woman, she would have told the people, look, you're barely, we will pay.
Okay.
You understand me?
All right.
But she's scared. She's wicked. My name is Ines Johnson.
You work with NAFA too?
I always heard the name.
Okay, thank you so much. We're still taking your calls on 0778 665 699, 0880 561 644. Okay, let's take that person here quickly. Good morning.
Good morning, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Your name is joining us from?
My name is Erasmus Tigre. I'm calling from Police Academy to be precise around the 72nd bell.
Okay, go ahead.
But man, we will not get a group of guys in the country criticizing a young lady who's trying her best to see the entity going through. And for Evan Glasgow is a work that caused her to be there. Instead of do things for the society to speak for you. And to the institute to my own brother Matthew from Police Academy, I really want to know what he did to Emma Glasgow in the entity that caused him to leave over the sea for Emma Glasgow to sack him. Yes. And Emma Glasgow is a young lady who's trying her best. And during the previous government, Emma Glasgow was the only autonomous agency that generated a huge fund revenue for the government. So it is because of that you have this representatives or spoken on behalf for to remain to that post.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Let's take another person from this line. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, your name is joining us from?
Yeah, my name is Harrington. We are from Lupington.
Okay, go ahead, my brother.
The issue of NAFA
Napa should be local in a holistic manner. That's what somebody just using a publicity every day from a place to the place. But you have to say, you eat your horse. Your children are eating, but you go outside and you perform well.
You eat a horse, the horse not easy, but also people looking at it that everything is okay. You get well clean, you come outside, then inside the horse dirty.
Yeah, that's why I've tried to look at objectively of a matter. People every day complaining. You think something like happening, they say what there is.
My man, the people want for them to pull a woman. I want they complaining. That why they coming on the radio.
No, they're looking at the structure. They're looking at the working condition. The other thing again, I want to know that Napa is for sea, enough for river. Why the woman plant over the year for these bigger river like St. Paul, St. John, all the other river that's running that bureau?
Okay, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. We'll stay taking your calls. Keep them coming in. 0778-665-699, 0778-665-699. Let's take another person on this line here quickly. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name is joining us from?
My name is Made Eskomaki. I'm joining you from Omega Bay.
Okay, welcome, my brother.
Yeah, this guy in studio, I know that from the past, Emma Glass have been doing where they were. It is very concerning to see this guy in studio saying that Emma Glass is not doing nothing. The entity is there. So, yeah, I don't know what is going on.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. That's why you have to do your own analysis as an individual, also as a person, before coming up with a decision on this. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, your name is joining us from?
My name is David Alaba. I'm calling from Second Bill.
Welcome, David.
Oh, yes. My brother, I think this is very political stuff. Because where were these guys who are in studio there for the previous government? Where were they when Emma Gazzo was within the institution? She was working with the state there with government?
They said according to them, by that time, the relationship between Emma Glasgow and George Weah, nobody could go between them. So that's why they were on a low key up until the Buakari's administration took over. Hello?
Nobody go between them.
Yeah, go ahead. You're live.
You get it? You get me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You have like that direct to the LEC. Now you have money cartel at LEC. You have the one that political stuff money cartel like he should be removed from the LEC. Now these guys, I think the guys were paid by the guys there for diaspora to blackmail the woman on radio to say a lot of people ever how. Let people leave Emma Glasgow do her well.
Okay.
Braga confirmed is the reason why Braga left was there.
All right.
A lot of guys are competent to do that job. So thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much for calling in. Let's take another person from this line here. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you. A pleasant good morning to you, my dear brother. Good morning to your studio guests. My name is Hussein Kewu, and I call in from around Jacob County District 2.
Welcome.
Thank you for the opportunity, and let me appreciate your guest in studio. I have a little issues with, their stand towards Emma Glasgow. Now, I think we have to protect professional people who comes to government with a lot of professionalism and experiences. Now, there are the issue about, this is our time. At many times when government comes and go, people who think they have, close proximity to the government, then those who were not in their circle, they start to have issues, and raising debate against them. Emma has gained a lot of admiration. I am a supporter of the Unity Party. But for the last 6 years of President Weah, we saw Emma performing excellently. Her entity was one
but that's what they're saying. The thing is about distant beauty. You guys are not in to understand the ups and downs that is in there. So they are the one coming out and telling us this is what we are going through there. So my man, the issue about public relations, you can make if I having the shit in my hand, I can convince you to tell you that this shit is black. Whether it is white, I can make you. Once I do a proper public relation towards the particular shit that is in my hand, you will believe it that it is black.
So here is the issue, right?
Mhm.
Now you say for some of us we are not inside, or they are the technicians of that particular entity.
Yeah.
If there were issues, serious minor issues that would extort the operations and functions of that entity, they would have been generating a lot of funds, and donors would not be coming in that particular sector to donate and have that play, very proactive and effective.
Okay.
You see?
All right.
So that's the issue. We have to leave this political sentiments.
All right. Thank you so much. 077 8, that's 0778 665 699. Let's take this other person on the line. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah. Good morning, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, I'm Roger Matali. I'm calling you from the Golden Pulpit this morning.
Welcome, Roger.
You know, there are people who you consider them a false impressionists. Impressionists. And if you ask me who is that person, I will not even hesitate to call MS Glasgow name, because there are other people who preach or doing SYC. But those who were within the system, they were feeling the pinch.
Yeah.
And they could not have said anything at the beginning because they wanted to protect their job. But where we are now, those guys are in studio. What they are saying, their intention is clear. It is intended to define their role as a manager in their own capacity. The only thing is that Glasgow was working on him every day on radio. But it's a question of the revenues she generated. How did they manage it?
Okay.
How much is a salary for which you are running $100,000 car? The project with World Bank, did the World Bank tell her that we want to buy this car? Because the problem is that once you have the institution of World Bank giving a proof project, their major concentration will be how you implement it.
Yeah, but even but even as a real leader and the World Bank or in any institution coming to tell you, say, oh, I want to buy XYZ car, your priority should be your employees. Put your employees first, and then you being the last, because you as a leader, if you eat first and your 7 eat last, it becomes a serious problem.
Yeah, even she could have an increment in the employee salary. Those guys wouldn't have come down to the studio and let the public inform on what is going on.
Okay.
There's
All right.
saying good and not everything that is good.
All right, thank you so much. We'll take 3 more calls, then we'll cross over to our guys in studio here this morning on the Punch Breakfast Show. Let's take this person here quickly. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, brother. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Your name is joining us from?
Oh, I'm James, calling from District 3.
Okay, James, welcome.
Okay, you see, those guys in studio, they may be pushing a red point. They may be correct. But what I'm looking at, in information dissemination, you have to be timely. So the time they are using is not the appropriate time. For me, that what I'm looking at. The time they know for Biaman and Glasgow, it was that time for them to raise their point. Then everything was going to go well with them. But they relax.
No, they've been doing this. They've been doing that for long. Not just now. They started this. Though. It's been something that's been going on for a very long time.
Okay, then if it is so, you people that in studio together with our government officials and those that are responsible for that entity, then they should look at the plight of the brother. They should look at the grievances.
Okay.
Because it's something that been feeling there. And they've been keeping it. Today, they're coming on the radio to voice it out. Then you people should look at it too.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's take some more calls. 0778 665 699. Let's go back to the phone line or call us on 0880 561 644. Let's take this person here quickly. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, thank you. I'm Samuel Roberts, and I phoned you from District 1, Capersburg, Bell.
Okay, welcome, Samuel.
Thank you. I called this morning to say that with these guys that I've appeared in studio as a studio guest with these emphasis that they are placing, and with not the numerous of people they have that they have referenced. I mean, I think it's something worthwhile that our national government should really look into, because for me, I wouldn't want to believe that the guy would just sit down and get organized himself against one person if all is going well.
Okay.
But if things are not going well and they are coming up at this time to flare this kind of information, it means that there must be a need that will have to matter and settle it.
All right, thank you. We'll take two more calls. 0778 665 699. Two more calls on the line. Okay. 0778 665 699, 0778 665 699, or 0880 561 644, 080 561 644. Let's take this here quickly. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name, where you joining us from?
I'm there. I'm got a call from Odas Congo community precisely.
Okay, go ahead, Barry.
I want to say thank you for the show, and I want to say many thanks to the studio guests there. And about that, now far we have been over the past, and those problems confronting us, they have been fleshing them out. And people talk about Madam Glasgow for progress, or how many times she gave to the national government. It might be the workers within that entity doing the hard work, and she just being the front runner, and she takes all the glory. And secondly, those things that they are saying, Congress should not just call and make all sort of statement because why? They have money in their phone. They must be to work. My Glasgow is connected to the government. They expect for a citizen lawmaker, say things against us or to do things if they want people to still be in governmental position.
Okay.
So it should be looked at.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother. We'll take one more call on the line, 0778 665 699. Let's take this person here quickly. Good morning.
How you doing, Jay?
I'm doing pretty well. Your name, where you joining us from?
Thank you. This is Pascal Davis from District 6.
Welcome, Mr. Davis.
Thank you. Look, this country is stuck, and young people have destroyed the image of Liberia. Mr. Bouaka, the president, I think he set the stage for everything that's happening in this country. You are a journalist. You've been here. Even with George Weah presidency, NAFA have not been able to get the fees. It was when George Weah came to the presidency. I don't know when they got employment. I don't know when they got in employment for NAFA. But it was Emma Glasgow who brought NAFA to where it is today. If there were no government agency placed on George Weah, it was NAFA.
But that's what they're saying. We that also are seeing it like that, but they that inside.
No, it's not about them. It's about the contribution that NAFA even made to the national budget.
How much? Okay, from your own perspective, how much? Hello. How much you think they added to the national budget?
No, you can't be asking me.
No, probably you have an idea that you want to share with us. What's the contribution? No. Now you see, we are having a conversation. You are making a point, and I don't have eye on it, and you probably have information towards that. I want you to share the information with us.
I'm just telling you that NAFA has made for all the years that
Okay, so how much you think? How much you think they have contributed to the national budget? I don't know.
That's the reality, right? So, until you want me to tell you here that NAFA has made a contribution of $2 million,
contribution of 5 million, contribution of 6 million to the national budget,
And-
and then you want me to be qualified you.
Yeah, that's what I want you to do.
No, look, I'm not supposed when workers have not been treated fairly. I always say to people, we don't support corruption. If this woman has had issue, when do we wait to flex it? Madam Grasso was here doing judge we are. These guys were in control of the government. Why did he raise the issue? As soon as Mr. Baka took over and started to go after people in internal position, that's when the issue started. That's when the issue of Emma Daco started.
All right.
And they want us to believe that it's not wishing and then going after the woman.
All right.
That would be very honest.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother, for calling in. That's our last call for gentlemen. You guys listen to the callers. Okay, must squeeze the person in, right? Okay, let's take this as the last person. Good morning, welcome. Yeah.
Good morning, brother. Good morning to my very good friend, the brother Billy. Brother, there's the voice of Samuel Sakara Johnson. I speak to you for this morning.
My man, Samuel come here tomorrow.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. We are expecting you.
Okay, no problem. Thanks for the open invitation. Brother, it's like I've been busy and missing the previous talking point. But let me say this to the issue. And I believe I've been one of those admirers over the period of time, Brother, for the record of Madam Glasgow's administration in the CDC government. And everyone will attest to that. But in an attempt where you will put on an attitude or a posture that undermines human dignity, we think that it is prudent enough that we'll be able to speak to these fundamental issues. But the debate here is, I know many of our CDC police are not understanding the debate. We are not saying that NAFA is not contributing to the national budget. But our argument is that their revenue generation does not commensurate with what they are contributing to the national budget of our country. That is the argument. Because you cannot be generating $10 million or $20 million and you come and give $2 million to national government and you say this is what that is a broad-day city or a broad-day corruption. This is what we are talking about. And we think that with this kind of allegation that is being flagged by those workers associations, we think that the president of the Republic of Liberia needs to constitute an investigative committee because these guys are inside. Because look, Billy, you cannot have a crab coming from under the water and say a fish must and you say la la. Because they all live together. So we think that the president must be able to constitute an investigative committee to ensure that yes, indeed, we can get the right money as to what they are saying, whether it is true or it is a lie. But as far as we are concerned, many of us, we still believe that with the contribution that NAFA have been making to the national government are not commensurate with what they have been generating in terms of their local, their domestic revenue generation or even their international revenue income. So we think that this must be a concern to every Liberia. It is not about politicians, like we said. We are intending to run a governance process that must be equal parts with every quality of governance. Thank you very much, and thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks so much. You're the last caller, and it was fascinating having you as the last call. Gentlemen, you guys listen to the callers. We'll start from
we'll close with the chair.
The chair. Okay. So because we are wrapping it up already now.
Okay. My name is Matthew Darituba again. There was a caller that called from Police Academy by the name of Gray.
Yeah.
And he asked, what made Emma to dismiss Matthew Tupa? Emma dismissed me because she said there was no funding at the entity, which of course she had employed more than 7 persons after she dismissed us. We were 9th in number that Emma dismissed in January, illegally. In NAFA HR manual, it says when you have to warn the person 2 times from there, you suspend the person before dismissing the person. But Emma did not warn us. Emma did not. She never suspended us before. And Emma just went and dismissed us, terminated our contract in January. As we speak now, many of our colleagues, including us, we are going through very tough time. Even our friend NS, he was once a driver for Emma. He was driving for NAFA, but he was taking salary from NAFA at the same time driving for Natara Magay. Emma assigned him directly to Natara Magay. And after Emma terminated his contract, he was employed. Emma terminated his employment. Just last month, his wife left him because he can't afford. As we speak now, my chairman, Patrick Wizard right now, he even telling a woman to go to a farm, to a model area because he can't afford again to even pay his own house right. People are looking at Emma, praising Emma. Emma, why should you use somebody who is qualified on a service contractor or whatever that go on see? You go on see, you go on pay you. The 3-4 months you say now for no payment, that is service contractor. Emma Beko, your service contractor, that is daily higher work. How will you keep professional people as daily higher people? And I see that taking tax from us. Small money, who say the lower chair, ask Emma, why should you take tax from Emma? Small ask Emma, in case I call you to come and job order for me, I'll pay you $50. Why should you take tax? Where the tax been going? The tax been taken from no gas pay. Where the tax been going? Emma, could I answer that question I did? Some people talking about how Emma corrupt. The damn vessel you're talking about, the Senegalese screen vessel. I bought that vessel 3 times. I went Senegal on that vessel 3 times. I know the species they were collected from all water. Emma said 10% going to NAFA, which of course we want the government to come and order Emma for Emma to tell us where the 10% been going from that Senegalese 3 string vessels that were doing experiment over water. How will you do experiment over water for two years without any funding going to the government account? So you see, my brother, we are scientific people. We are not been coming out because for us, we are professional and scientific people. We make quality scientific data. Without us, NAFA can make it for our department because we go on see, we collect data, FAO, World Bank can collect our data to see how they analyze our data, know the amount of species that are in the water, whether the species appreciate it. That's our work. Brother, why will you leave somebody on sea that can have serious environment, leave somebody on sea? In case it happens to you, how will you feel? Somebody leaving on sea and sack you. They call you from on sea, they say you have been sacked. Just in case you live in water, what will become of your former day? You are not insured. You have been working on sea, you are not insured. So these are things that Emma been doing, and great telling say, why may Emma to Emma Savage said no money, no funding, and Emma had employed other people after us. We make it 300. Why should we sack me and employ somebody? Because you know that you may be leaving anytime, and you sack me, you employ somebody and make it 1,005.
Okay, so we leave you right there and cross forward to Sonkale. Gradually, we have less than 10 minutes to close up.
Thank you very much. Not to waste your time. All of the callers that call, we understand what they're saying, and we do understand that they are not fully informed about happenings at NAFA. What they see around is just what the media have been presenting. Oh, Emma is doing well. I think you actually question whether he can call or refer you to any figure that NAFA contributed to the national budget and he could not answer it. The fact that they just move around, say, oh, NAFA has been, let's say Emma has been doing well, but Emma has not been doing well. I can assure you that what we are saying is very grave, and we need a personal intervention. We need a bold intervention. What we are saying, if there is no solution satisfactorily handled, it will have a trickle-down effect on our fisheries sector. In the West African area or region, Liberia, when it comes to fishery monitoring aspect, we are the best. These things were put into place before Manan Glasgow got to power. And if anything happens that the function there will have to break in, it will have a long-term effect on our fishery sector. Even for now, as we speak, Liberia cannot export fish products. And you know that the only way you make money from your fishery when you are exporting. There are so many things surrounding this thing. If the government can come in now to investigate and find an amicable solution to this problem, it will cause serious decline in the fishery function. We are saying Madagascar has violated so many laws in Liberia and outside of Liberia. The vessel doing experimental fishing, their activities in the zone that the EU, the World Bank, and other stakeholders, other international partners set aside for the purpose of breeding. They were dragging in that zone, destroying every living thing and every source of food for fish and fish gathering in that zone. As you can see nowadays in the fishing communities, our local fishermen are crying, they are catch fish. These are some of the causes. It has a serious trickle-down effect on us. When you violate international protocols, they draw back, they hold their support. These things are serious. It is happening, and we're calling on them since May 2nd we communicated to their offices. Up to now, they have not come out to say anything to us. We are not happy to take the street or to be throwing stone or to do anything. That's not our wish. We are still calling on them, the president office, the board, to come in and intervene swiftly. This is important. The entire workforce at NAFA are pushed to this point. We will not sit there after violating all the laws, and we are talking about prosecuting our people accounting for their activity. Also, to continue at NAFA when you are getting at other people, it will be serious criticism, which we will not appreciate. Please, we are calling on them. Those of you who are in the public, you are not aware, please do your investigation. You can move to NAFA offices and inquire about yourself. You can, as a journalist, please go to NAFA offices and investigate. If you are there hearing us, you want to get the clear understanding, don't come to me. Go to the ordinary people at NAFA there and investigate. This is serious. Okay. Ask the NAFTA boss. Ask him. Let him give you the account. If you don't trust our document we are presenting here, let him give you the account. How much NAFA has been remitting after deducting from our salary.
Okay.
This is grievous.
So we'll leave you there, Alexander. Quickly, we have less than 5 minutes to close
up. Thank you very much. Let me say this. We love to be here and we'll always be here. I don't know if I put a talk about corruption about Madagascar. Madagascar, seriously, there are too many corruption allegations against Madagascar. And we're faking it here today. Everything we said here, we got document to it. Look, my brother, it will interest you to know that the workforce at NAFA, they are so, the mental trauma is giving them too much hard time to the extent that because of one person, we are standing up today because we want to stand up at this time. Because back in the days, in the old order, we could not do this. We continue to say this. This woman come in meeting and tell us that indeed she's a darling girl in her government. Nobody can do any other thing to her. Right? Right now, as we speak to you, people say Madagascar, the Aslan program we have in NAFA. People leave the institution to go to Aslan. He one of those that went there for 6 months. Why is it not cancer? It's because the same thing we're talking about today. Why is it cancer? It's because the same thing. People say that Madagascar brought a play to spotlight. Madagascar brought a play to spotlight. Wow. Project. How Madagascar brought this play to spotlight? Madagascar was working with NAFA as fishery monitoring center at the center when she got her scholarship to go. Right? Madagascar left. She was taking pay until she returned. Secondly, we have other fake catering services that taking money from NAFA. Right? Look, we will say, hey, these people, we don't even have a canteen at NAFA. Somebody come and say, these people doing catering services for NAFA and they taking X amount of dollar. We got a record. We got a document with us. People are saying Madagascar is doing well. Madagascar is doing well. Then what become of us? Madagascar is doing well for herself, but not for the people of Liberia and not for NAFA. I'm telling you something. Right? Okay. Right now, we are calling on the government and we are calling on all the board members to come in. If they can't come in, we just telling them, if they can't come in, sincerely, we're telling you your credit that will shut the place down. Okay. We will shut the place down very soon.
We will shut the place down because Madam Glasgow will not be having fun. Madam Glasgow will go and attend one meeting and come and tell the staff, say, oh, I come and sack people. I will dismiss some of you guys. Why you're doing what? No, read my lips. Madam Glasgow will not remain as Director General of NAFA. Read my lips. If they continue with Madam Glasgow, then definitely the Pro Authority will declare we will not work with Madam Glasgow. We are no more in a position to work with Madam Glasgow. Whoever. We will never. They can say anybody that we are open up, but not Madam Glasgow. Sincerely.
Okay.
She's not the only person that know the future of Liberia.
Thanks. The last person will be Sharon. What's up with you this morning?
Thank you very much. People, I listen to all the callers that call and the same Madam Glasgow doing well. It's a mirage. Madam Glasgow is not doing anywhere. Media propaganda.